Okay, yeah, I suppose we should go and turn the audio on and actually start this and not just mess around in the chat.
Oh, so they can hear us?
They should be able to hear us now. I hope they can hear us now.
All right. I'll watch my mouth.
Yeah, we should.
No more.
No more. Yeah, no more. Yeah. It'd be so easy to just go, hi, snowboard, fire truck, snowboard.
We're here.
Hi, how's it going?
It's live.
It's live. We're live.
Welcome Monday morning.
Welcome Monday morning. I'm just going to copy everything Felicia says today.
My brothers always did that. You just get real quiet, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't work anymore.
My brothers used to do that. You just get real quiet, and also it doesn't work anyway yet. I didn't have brothers or sisters, so I missed out on so much.
Probably a better person for it.
You certainly got to learn how to get along with others in a very trial by fire type of way.
Oh. With therapy, we'd be here all year. Anyways.
Welcome to the Odin Makes Siblings Therapy Session. Today we'll be talking about family issues with... No.
Actually, we're escaping those, so we're crafting today.
We're crafting today. Today we're going to glue together foam bits onto other foam bits and pretend it looks like something we all recognize. It's called cosplay. I missed last week.
Yeah, I wasn't here either.
Yeah, no, you weren't, were you?
No,
You could have.
I heard you had a hard week. Well, a good week.
I had a great weekend last weekend. RocketCon, so I drove down to San Diego last weekend. That's why there was no stream last weekend. RocketCon went great. It was a 2-day con. There was an after party. I got to meet up with some cosplay friends from Tijuana, which was exciting to me because it's like, hey, international people, even though it's, they're just... It takes longer to cross the border than it did to actually traverse the distance.
Right? It's not that far.
No, it's not that far
It's
from
really
San
not that
Diego.
far.
It's really, no.
But it feels... It's international.
It's 10 hours from me, so it feels like a really long way. Yeah.
That's LA.
Yeah.
From here.
Pretty much.
With traffic.
With traffic.
With traffic.
So, with traffic.
With traffic.
RocketCon happened to fall on President's Day weekend. Now I know President's Day weekend isn't a weekend for everybody everywhere where all of you all are, and that's fine. I get that, but that's the thing that we decided to do here. We used to break them up into different names, to different points in February, but like a few years ago or a few decades ago, we lumped them all together, just get them all out of the way at once. So RocketCon's on this weekend. That ends up being a 4-day weekend. I had no idea. I don't pay attention to this. I work for myself. What's a weekend? So I'm driving down on Friday because the con starts on Saturday. And I get up at 4 in the morning, right? It's like, okay, where do I need to be? How long is it going to take to get there? Oh, it should take 8 hours.
Sounds like you're going to hit every rush hour on the way there.
No, I got completely through Sacramento, no problem. There was no fog. It was amazing. The valley was totally clear. The freeways start to load up with cars, but it was never... nasty in the morning.
Yeah, no,
right?
It doesn't start till later. That's why I go so early in the morning to work. So but I was thinking of when you hit.
Well, the goal was I needed to get close to the Grapevine, close to going over the hills where I could get a good Wi-Fi connection so I could play the Among Us game because it was Friday.
Yeah.
So I get to stop the way Ben and Lynch does in Ireland. And so he'd be stopped in Ireland on his phone playing Among Us. I'd be stopped in my car on my phone in California playing Among Us. And, hey, we'd be like car streaming buddies. We're buddies!
But it's the Grapevine. That sounds...
Oh, no, that all worked out fine, actually.
Okay, because I've broken down on the Grapevine a few times more than I care to admit, so...
Oh, thankfully my truck is doing okay.
Yeah,
I had no problems traversing the Grapevine. It took me... I actually got there a little bit early. I hit a rest stop. It had no cell connection. So I moved to another spot. It had no cell connection. I parked under a cell tower. I had no cell connection. So I pulled up next to a Starbucks. All this before the stream starts, right?
Starbucks you should have had.
I got Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say you can pay for their Wi-Fi.
I didn't have to. You just log in.
It's free, but...
Yeah, you just go,
technically,
yeah, you can send me
buy
junk
coffee.
mail. Yeah. No, I didn't. I parked outside. I never went in at all.
Yeah.
My truck was full of stuff, right? I've got an open pickup truck full of all the stuff I've taken to the con. Do the stream. Stream worked well. Best part about the stream is now that I've gone to 4 different places and it's 3 minutes into the stream, and I find out that Discord and my hotspot on my phone won't work with the Switch. I can have one or the other. I can either have a hotspot or I can have Discord. So I finally dump all that, go ahead and play on my phone like Lynch does. Managed to remember to turn off my Bluetooth speaker that I was listening to music on, so now it'll actually work with my headphones, so people can hear me trying to talk to them. Right at the same time that I'm just going, God damn it, to the technology. So that was the first thing that everyone heard on the stream.
Start off with a bang, right?
Yeah. How's it going, everyone?
We're here.
Hi.
It's live.
It's live, and I'm retelling the story because it was fun.
Right.
It was a great game, though. It was a really, really, really good game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It from there, it should have taken another 4 or 5 hours or so, maybe, to get to San Diego, right? Because I'm at 5 hours in now. Yeah. No, it took me another 9.
That's the crazy part, because I feel like once you reach the grapevine, you're pretty much there, and it's just getting to your destination. So
Right.
that must have been extra frustrating.
Oh yeah, I even got through Burbank. Which, so you go on with the grapevine, you pass Magic Mountain, you pass the Star Trek rocks, and you get into the first major communities, Burbank, and that one's usually the magic singularity time suck for traffic is this one spot for whatever reason for me.
Right over by those Star Trek rocks.
Well,
Sorry, I was just laughing at the reference points because I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well...
There's a good half an hour between Burbank and the Star Trek rocks.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just laughing at your
But
monument.
the Star Trek rocks are important, man. They're the Star Trek rocks.
Priorities here, monuments, landmarks.
Yeah, landmarks. I shared pictures on Discord on the way back with me being there in 2014. Yeah, it's important. Yeah. And then the traffic hit, and it just became this weird slowdown and driving around all sorts of weird places. And I kept watching my ETA. It's like, it's 4 o'clock, my ETA. I should get there by 5:30, 6 o'clock. This is great. The doors are going to close at 7. And 2 hours later, I look down, and it's still going to take me 2 hours to get there. It's like, wait a minute. I've been moving. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to go grab the box.
Yes, I do mean Vasquez rocks. Gigaman Prime, that's exactly what I mean. I just like to call them...
Star Trek rocks.
I like calling them Star Trek rocks because growing up, that's what I recognize them as. But it's also bedrock from the Flintstones. It's where Bill and Ted got killed. There's been music videos shot there. There's been, I don't know how many Westerns shot there. So yeah, no. But they've been in, they were in Enterprise. They were in Star Trek Insurrection. They were in all of the exterior matte shots of Vulcan from the 2009 Star Trek movie were digital copy and pastes and repaints of those rocks. So, yeah, they're the Star Trek rocks.
Something like that.
Random number is right. Evening from a very wet UK. Hello, Steve D.
Hello. Welcome.
Cheeseaholic says, yay, sound! We can hear you. The chat boxes totally cover me up on screen.
What chat box?
Can you put them on the opposite side? Isn't that something you control? That's interesting. Steve, that's...
The speech bubble. That's an interesting piece coming up.
Yes, the speech bubble.
The grain elevator, the speech bubble, the ramp.
Gingaman Prime says, yeah, I don't get most holidays off, but on the flip side, I work from home, so I say it's a fair trade. So Felicia's flipping through the hard copy of the instructions. And over there, I've got my laptop set up with a video, so I can have visual reference while we continue to build this thing. Plus, I got it plugged into the switcher, so there's not much to see at the moment. Well, whoops, I did that wrong. There we are. So that's all it looks like right now, but we'll have a video there later.
So you guys can follow along too.
So you can follow along too. Lee's asking me if I stopped in Burbank to grab some treats from Porto's Bakery. No, I did not. No.
Oh, next time I go down to Southern California, I have to stop at the Hawaiian King Rolls restaurant. Because they have a restaurant.
They have a restaurant specifically for the Hawaiian King rolls.
Well, that restaurant they started selling the Hawaiian King rolls, but they started out as a restaurant.
Okay, I did not know this. I've always just known the package.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And those things are amazing. And they make hot dog buns now and
Okay.
hamburger buns and sandwich. Anyways, I love that, and they have a restaurant, and so I was looking through my screenshots, and it's only 5 hours away from me.
Okay.
5 hours and 45 minutes without traffic.
Right.
I was considering, because as soon as I found out that place existed, it sounded so good. There's 2 of them,
Oh, cool.
2 restaurants, so next time in Southern California, I have to try that. Ew, what's that? I don't know.
Death.
Is it something?
It's a little flake of death.
It wasn't foam.
It wasn't foam. But, you know, once I finally got there at 7:30 p.m.,
After
remember,
the gate
I
shut
left.
at 7?
Yeah, after the gate shut at 7. At the Scottish Rite, a Grange, you know, a Masonite lounge. These guys have no interest in being open late at all.
No.
No. So my truck's full of stuff, and you know, I left at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah.
And you can't just put that anywhere. I've
No.
seen so many trucks just empty overnight.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Somehow the con guy convinced them to sit around and wait for me. Yeah, it was amazing. So I got to unload directly into my boot space.
People were coming in late due to traffic too.
It's possible.
But also all that they thought of
yeah,
you and
exactly.
were waiting for you. Sorry.
Right, which was yeah, there was just a massive amount of traffic. There's a stretch of freeway that goes between San Diego and LA because they actually don't touch, and that was just a parking lot. It was bumper to bumper the whole way. So that was
Nothing you could do about it.
No, because I can't go around it unless I had a boat. Which
You
I do.
have a boat, but not inside.
No, and it would take a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did we
So it
leave
was
off
awesome.
last time? I forgot.
Where did we leave off? No, we were working the power boxes. We worked on it was the double pipes with the window.
Pipes and holes.
Pipes and holes.
We did that one.
Yep.
Were we onto the ramp? Because
No, we
you
have
were
not
doing
done
the
the ramp
V
yet.
grooves.
Yes, I was cutting V grooves, and we may have started gluing ramps together, but
Yeah, I think
we're
we
working
left off on
ramps.
9. Okay, that's why I was double checking because we weren't solidly on a number.
Yeah.
So we are step 9, chapter 5 in the video if you want to follow along.
So we're on step 9, chapter 5 of the video.
Yes.
Sorry.
Say it in the most professional voice possible.
She's doing fine. I've got caffeine, so.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. We need pieces 18, 19, 20, 21, and 44. I think I remember grabbing those pieces last time. So
Okay.
yeah, I think that's where
about
we
where
were
we're
at.
at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the grain elevator.
Yeah,
Were
that sounds like we're somewhere in there.
The ramp or the grain elevator, but they. What's the difference between those 2 pieces? I know they look different, but
We were working on the ramp.
we were because I thought we
Yeah.
finished the grain elevator. We're not onto the speech bubble because I would have laughed at that.
Right.
Going, what's
The speech bubble's a huge piece.
Yes, yeah. But in my head, I'm imagining like a cloud one, and I'm like, where would that fit?
Right.
Is it like a sticker? I know all the different ways you can wrongly think about it. So I think.
Actually, speaking of stickers.
Oh yeah. You got new stickers.
Where is it at? There it is. And cut. I got this is the artwork that's been on a couple of times that Ace did. Yeah, I got it made into a nice heavy vinyl sticker.
And I got mine on my phone.
Yep. And I stuck one on my coffee mug and I got one on my water bottle.
Right.
Miss Berry Mac asked about these on the Discord a little while ago, and yes, these will be going on Etsy later tonight.
Eventually.
So, more accurate, the plan is to try and get these up on Etsy later tonight. So these will go up on Etsy later tonight.
Yeah. James Allen says, I remember numbers 18 and 19. Yeah, we did 18, 19 too. So we're into the 20s on pieces.
So
That's 21. Yep.
that's
19,
part of the
20.
grain elevator, right?
Yep. Wait. 22. Nope. Grain elevators 22, 23, and 24.
Oh, so this is the ramp.
This is the ramp. It's 18,
Right,
19,
with
20.
this
Yeah.
round piece that we need to cut out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That we probably should have cut out before gluing together.
No, actually,
Okay.
yeah,
It's after.
it's after.
Good. Whew.
We're actually okay on that.
We're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk?
Oh, hey, you know what? I actually can kind of just do this.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I thought they
just
were-
can't see from here.
Okay.
I need my glasses.
All right. Mark the V grooves. Okay.
I'm allergic to Retlax 5. can't even see my mouse.
It's over here. Is it over there yet?
Yeah. Well, I brought it over here so I could see it. Or I hope
I know, but the question is, if it's on the screen and you go to that screen, does it know it's this far apart?
No, actually it doesn't. It thinks it's just a pixel apart. Yeah.
So I'm all the way on the next screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm assuming it's here as I am going through that. Anyways.
Why is this not?
We got all the PVC pipes cut out
Oh, because I got.
last week. That's what we were kind of working on.
Right.
Yeah.
Weird that it's. I got my picture-in-picture set up wrong.
Technical difficulties. Don't worry. We're just
welcome
live.
to Odin Makes live stream. Fire truck. Fill source camera 3. Hey, that'll work better.
Wasn't there a whole music video for Smosh about fire trucks?
I think so. Yeah.
That was a little pre my time there. Like they had already done it.
Star Trek 3 reference. Yes, Star Trek 2 reference too. Damn. There we go.
Figured it out.
Then the audio is off for that source. That's good. So I can just do this. And
So what are we looking at here?
this is making, with my mouse on the screen, this is making this part.
Yes, I was talking about whose video are we looking at? What
Oh,
are we
you
referencing
wanted
so
to-
they can, give them some information
No,
about what we're doing.
We're just totally pirating someone else's video. Why would I want to talk about what we're...
Whose video we're watching,
man,
what we're copying.
Now
What's in
you
this
want to
corner
give
over?
people... You want to, like, give people... what am I trying to say? Credit? Fine. Well, yeah. I don't know this one as well. This is
We're
the
working
graphic
on this
version of it.
project for a while, and I know that
Yes.
people have been following along, but I still want to let people know who we're following, like which tutorial we're following. So if you guys don't want to like take forever with us, you can just work ahead
Right.
and be
So,
done.
I know where the button is on the hardware, but I cannot see it on working on this from this video. Where the hell is the... Why should
So this
Key
is
on
Make a
there.
Proton Pack from a Floor
Oh,
Mat
key one,
by...
okay.
What's Oz?
Yes.
Sorry.
So the video and the pattern we're working from is from the video, YouTube channel called Lost Wax Oz.
Lost Wax. I'm like, what? Something Oz.
It's Lost Wax.
Missing something?
That's
I
all
think
right.
I'm missing something. No, Lost Wax
Lost Wax. Yes.
Oz.
And it's Lost Wax Oz because he is Australian and got married and moved to Canada. I don't think that's
I think he's
the important
really
part.
from
I just
Oz,
think it's fun.
so
Yeah.
there's that.
There's that. Chris is a super nice guy, and I'm happy that I've got to work on a couple of projects that he's done before, and that we've talked back and forth, and that we've not exactly collaborated, but almost. Basically, it was one of those like, I did this, yeah, okay, cool, I did that, yeah, okay, cool. It's one of those things.
So thank you very much, Chris,
Oh,
for
totally.
letting us use your video.
Yeah, thank you.
So check his video out.
So yes, please check out his video. He's got three different videos on his channel all about how this stuff works. There we are. Wow, I'm having a heck of a time making this thing work.
Okay. So glue the rest of piece 21 to the piece of 19. We did that.
Okay.
Cut a 77mm long piece of PVC pipe with one end cut at a 45-degree angle. Include a paper template to help make a 45-degree line on the PVC pipe. Just wrap it around the pipe and line up the edges before tracing.
All right, that I think is the
Is that piece 40?
the ear bleed portion we haven't done yet.
Okay. And then we have to sand both ends of the PVC pipe smooth and rub it with
Right.
a abrasive pad. Glue the angled end of the PVC pipe down onto a sheet of 2mm foam.
I got these done. Oh wait, 77mm long piece of PVC with one end cut at a 45-degree angle. Ha ha ha! That didn't happen. That's what this is missing. These are 77mm long, but they're cut at 90 degrees.
I included a paper template to help. So is that piece number 44?
Hey, look, it's still set to 77mm. Yep. Yep.
So would it be... Well, I was just kind of wondering what they said included a...
Well, it looks like a sine wave, so it's That's it.
There it is.
Yep.
So, do we have it already over here? Or
Template for cutting 4-degree angle on a 1-inch piece of PVC pipe. Okay. Yeah, we should have that already.
yeah, this is just my reference pages, so I didn't want to cut these ones up.
Oh yeah, for sure. I get that. Hey, let's look see if anyone's saying anything.
Okay, I'm just ignoring.
Lost
them.
wax sauce. Thank you. Shady Dragon. Wow, I'm so tired. It's because you're up all night playing Minecraft. Jerry Props agrees that Lost Wax has made some awesome stuff. Yes, yes, he has. I haven't watched this. He's got a new mannequin build. It's actually kind of funny because I was just talking about making a PVC mannequin, although...
Mannequin or hanger?
Well, a hanger.
Yeah, okay.
Armor stand.
Okay.
Making
okay.
one for Mechagodzilla because right now I'm just using a C-stand, which is a single post that goes straight up the middle. That sounds uncomfortable, but he's a robot. It causes because the diapers have that little piece right in the middle that covers up things so nothing goes right at the middle. It causes I want to make a pair of legs and actually kind of fill them out and give them a little more of a, you know.
So you need a custom stand
You
that
need a
can
custom
support
stand
the weight.
to support the weight. And get the arms to actually have a position instead of just sort of dangling like Back to the Future jacket before it's on. Yeah, I just need to get that. I need to get that going.
Right, all those random projects. You know how many like dress form stands and yeah.
I need to clean up the shop. I need to.
Yeah, all those projects that are still in my head.
Uh-huh.
These are all the pieces we already cut, but I didn't see any of the pieces we haven't cut yet. And I know we did most of the pieces, so I was just wondering if they ended in here. Because at this, oh, there you go. That's where it should be in that spot then. Yes, wait. Keep them separate. Those over there. These ones are have all been X'd. That's the piece. There we go.
That's the piece you want. They are not X'd.
Liar. It has an X right there.
All right. Liar.
Liar.
Hovering.
Oh, I love that lady. She's my favorite. So much. My friend Natalie could quote that movie from start to finish by heart.
That movie is worth doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie is good.
We got Shady Dragon saying hello, hello.
Hello.
And Strictly Game saying, hey guys.
Hello.
We have Jerry Rig Props trying to play Eden Ring and watch the stream, and he can multitask.
Oh, that's good.
James Allen needs to make a paint stand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those projects that you need to do your projects.
Right.
Or hold your projects, post-project projects.
Post-project, but right.
Pre-project projects, post-project
Projects.
projects. You know.
The projects you do to make sure that you understand how you're going to do your projects.
Maker's gonna make.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have those, we have
Wow.
these. And
So,
is this
20 years ago, playing with a laptop, I remember that you could set up an external monitor, and it was incredibly difficult to separate the monitors to where they weren't just a mirror of each other, right? Where you just had this screen, oh, it's on that monitor too. They're both the same. Windows 10, I can't get it to do that. It refuses to do that now, and now I actually want it to.
So these ones we're gonna need a bigger piece.
I was looking at that. These are 77 millimeter.
But to add that,
Well, is this just a thing to help us with a 45?
it is a guide, but I was assuming that it was the right size.
I was assuming that too.
I don't know. I had a boss once tell me that if you assume anything, you make an ass out of you and me.
This is accurate.
But I don't work at that job anymore.
And that boss is still an ass.
Oh, he can be all sad and lonely all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's what I think of that when, you know, you just
Oh, for
make
sure.
assumptions.
Yeah, as we continue to just quote movies, yeah, there's no way I can.
Not gonna work.
No, I need the monitor to go bigger because I just can't. No, that's not the one I want.
Poop.
I just can't.
What are they?
What I wanted to do was bring this window over to this machine, so I could see the chat as well.
No, you can't see the chat. You're not allowed to.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's very much what's going on. Now we'll go back to program. There we are. And they didn't see anything different.
They just saw us staring at
Right.
off into space.
Off into space. Oh my God. There. This is stuff I should have set up beforehand. And content. Oh, right. This is still unlisted. That's why it's not showing up anywhere yet.
Oh.
Live. Well, they can see it.
Oh, okay.
But it's just not. I'm going to the front of my page like, well, where's the live stream? Oh yeah, it's not noon yet. No one else can see
Okay.
it.
Do both of those
okay.
mice work, or is there?
That mice controls that computer.
Okay, because there's a lot of screens going on, and I went to go look at the chat and see what people were saying, but then I realized you had a mouse, and then I was like, "Does this one?"
Yeah.
Okay.
So the little mouse goes to the little computer. The big mouse goes to the big computer. How's that?
They look the same size to me. Are they different sizes? Oh, they are. I just assumed that I was smaller than you, so it looked bigger in my. Anyways, that's what she said. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, the Vasquez walks were also in the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yes, they were.
So, you know, might be set on Earth.
Mighty Morphin or
Yeah, well, the rocks.
the rocks? Yeah, there might be somewhere on Earth.
It might be somewhere on Earth.
All right. Hey, look, chat. Speaking of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, there were.
heard.
What's that?
I heard you met some.
I met somebody very, very briefly. Sunday night, very end of the con, basically. There was the Power Rangers panel. And where my booth was set up was kind of the hallway between all the vendors and the people who were actually, and the guests, right? I was a guest, but I'm like that weird kind of guest. So, so I put out in the hallway. So you have the panel room, you had to walk past my booth and you go back into the vendors hall. They had the Power Rangers thing, they had the Red Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, and I think the Pink Ranger, were there? I don't quite remember.
I
now.
wasn't there,
But
so I don't know.
there were 3 different Rangers from 2 different shows there, and the actress who played Rita. Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah. Oh, I had no idea that she freaking loved that role. She loves the fans. She loves doing panels. She does the laugh in the panels, and as she's coming back, she stops to look at the stuff on my booth. And my cosplay friends from Tijuana are talking to her, and they got all sorts of pictures because they went to the panel and had a great time. And they talk me up a little bit, so she comes over and talks to me, and then at one point says, "Could you make a staff?" I was like, yes, I can. I think there was even a point in time back in either on the video or in a live stream somewhere where I think I verbally said, yeah, I would totally make a Rita staff if I could give it to her.
It's funny how the world has a way to
Funny
be
how
like,
the world works, yeah.
Hey, I know a Rita who wants a staff.
Yeah. She got super excited because I showed her both the Skeletor staff and the Melty Stick and how they would break apart. And especially the Skeletor staff would break apart into segments small enough it would fit in a Pelican case.
Travelability is
Yeah.
important.
And she's like, that's exactly what I want. So, haven't hammered out the details on that yet, but that's probably going to happen. So that's
Totally
really,
geeking out over
yeah,
that.
very much geeking out over that.
Yes.
Yes.
So are we
Happy
going to
about
need
that.
a bigger pipe, or is this going to work?
I got talking about something else.
No worries. Rita's amazing, so we can talk about her all day long.
Good.
Yeah. That's the question, though.
Hey, there's someone here who said Strictly Games. That's a name I'm not used to seeing. Hello, Strictly Games.
They said, oops, wrong account, though, so.
Ah, okay. Fair enough, that's why I didn't know.
They're Strictly Games.
Steve D still hasn't gotten over the disastrous Among Us game from Friday. So Steve finally got to get in and play Among Us and was killed first almost every time.
Dang! Well, the new players always suck. You know, you can't trust the new guy.
Right.
And Joe.
And Joe.
Joe's always sus.
Joe's super, super sus.
I don't trust Joe.
Okay, let's hit the little 3 button. Because that's where the video is.
Okay.
I'll put on my glasses again.
Are they watching us look at a monitor right
They're
now?
watching us looking at a monitor, yes.
They do not see what we are looking at?
No, they do not. Do we want to share?
We should.
Okay, well, we'll hit this button.
More interesting
We
that
should.
way.
Now they should be seeing what we're seeing, but we're seeing it full screen.
Oh, okay.
And we're gluing stuff, and we're gluing. This is the part we glued together. And what's kind of funny is I think we're even looking the right way.
Jerry
Did all
Robocop
that.
says, "Yeah, I remember that. You have to make a Rita staff now."
Yep. Oh, I totally do.
And Will Connor said, "Made one last summer. I would love to see how I should have done it."
So his piece of pipe is totally. Oh, again, then he cuts it down to 77. All right. So I just did it the wrong way, but no,
Okay.
that's right.
Yeah. James Allen says, "Sounds like Odin has the next Mighty Morphin Power Rangers build." And Shady Dragon O says, "You can build Rita staff in Minecraft."
Probably could.
Might be slightly easier. Because you can do it from bed.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to get out of it.
The first thing that came to mind is it'd be really hard to build Rita's staff, you know, to where the character could hold it, but that's not the way Minecraft works. You would just do this giant monument that looked like
Oh.
the pixelated version of Rita's staff.
Oh, okay.
But, you know,
There's that.
there is that. It's all good. No, I'm quite excited that that should be happening.
So, is that going to be fine?
This is going to be fine.
Okay.
What happened in the videos, we watched it really quick and kind of talked over it. He did this in exactly the opposite order. Instead of
Cutting
cutting it to 77 millimeters and then doing this, he cut a 45 and then cut it to 77 millimeters to the longest point.
Okay, so we still fine as long as we do this cut, right? If not,
Yeah.
we'll have to
If
do
not,
another.
We'll have to do another one, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yep.
Don't screw up.
Don't fire truck it up, Odin. I had a lot of people ask about the show and get excited about the show. I was like, yeah, actually, we the episodes, the produced episodes, I try really hard to keep those family friendly. The live streams, we're adults, words fall out.
Yes, this is adult content here, apparently.
Welcome to the adults table. Welcome to the
Yeah.
preteen table.
Well, at least that's the button you click in YouTube, you know, for grown-ups.
Yeah, there it is.
It's the grown-up button, not for kids. Shh.
What?
My make my monsters grow type of stuff, and I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I love Rita so much. Her cackle just does, you know what I mean?
She does that on stage in panels. It's great.
Like, it's just childhood flooding back at that.
Right.
Anyways.
I so hope she hasn't got some sort of contractual thing that would prevent her from being able to be...
If there is a contract that says you're not allowed to laugh,
Right.
I feel like that's pretty messed up.
That's
and are
pretty
you the
messed up.
devil?
Right. Is the laugh copyrighted? Is
You know?
yeah.
Taylor Swift could sing her own songs again, so there is that.
There is that. And because I was looking up staff information, I came across a Kyle Hill video, the Because Science guy. Of course, he's got his own channel now, talking about Rita's staff and what would happen if she really did, from the moon, throw it to Earth.
How long would it take to get?
What would actually happen? And
Like, would it actually...
one of the jokes was how long it would take to get here. But then he's like, well, let's take a look at actually how long it took to get there in the show. About 3 seconds. So what would happen if it impacted the Earth, even at the size it is? It would obliterate that hemisphere. Just because of the speed it's going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to go really fast because there's a lot of things going in directions, so it might go whoop,
Right, well, there's that, but
just go around orbit.
Just the
easily
3
enough.
seconds that it took to get from the moon to striking the ground on the Earth, that at that speed it would literally just blow off half the planet.
That must be one magical staff.
It is one magical step. It's a whole lot of speed. I am horribly paraphrasing that video,
Plot
but
magic.
But definitely go take a look at that if you enjoy,
All right, so now we
Math
got
geeks.
to use the Loudon power tool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Warning you guys.
Warning you guys. Let's see, let's go over to 2.
Do and cut.
So what I've got is we got our pattern piece and wrapped it around. What's fun is basically it's a sine wave, right? Talking about math again. And that gives us our 45-degree line cut on the PVC pipe. So I know where I need to cut. I'm going to first go to, we can get away now, I've got a line I can copy. I'm going to first go over to the bandsaw that's not on screen, and I will cut the majority of this off, and then I will turn on the really noisy disc grinder that everybody hates.
And grind.
And grind! And maybe, if I hurry, I can get that done. I bet that's good for the microphone too. And maybe if I hurry, I can get that done before we go live at noon. So.
Yes, because we have 7 minutes. 8, 9 minutes.
Well, there's just a coffee cup over here. I can get full of PVC dust.
Oh, I will take that. I need it.
You need it. Sorry for noise.
I was going to say, the dogs aren't here. They get excited every time you turn on the saw. Well, Jerry Rig Props doesn't hate the disc sander, so there's that. There is no talking over that, is there? Okay, you guys have volume control, so.
Are you talking to me?
Oh yeah, I was talking, but I realized it was kind of fruitless. Like, I don't think anybody could hear me.
Oh.
But
Oh, hopefully they can hear you. I couldn't
Jerry
hear
Rig
you.
Props doesn't mind the disc grinder at all, so.
Oh, that's good.
And Cheeseaholic42 says, I have volume control. Go crazy with the machines.
All right. Actually, we can try that too. Here's something I often forget about. We have a little button over here. It's a volume control button. And we'll just click this down a few times. And now we should be really, really soft, which would be really, really annoying if they're trying to hear us.
Oh no. That one doesn't sound as loud.
It's when the pipe hits, it's when it gets loud.
Okay. Stephen D says, I'm watching through my TV, so the power tool sounds are fine for me.
Oh, that's good.
Lucky. So.
Shouldn't have turned it on yet. I need to make sure it's actually 45.
Oh, there, that way.
That's it. Okay.
You can eyeball it now?
Yeah, well, yeah, I did pretty good.
First try?
First try.
Remember, kids, safety first.
I'm standing off to the side. Oh, thank you. Here, there we go. Here, how's that?
Better. It looks so perfect. It was so ratchety looking. Just hold on. I have to compare this so people can see how janky it looks.
Click over to 2 so they can see it.
Okay, so you hold it because I'm
Oh, that's fair enough.
jumping around. But look how janky the cut looks versus.
So there's the cut.
So if you only have a saw to cut, look at how janky it is, and then look how pretty and precise that is off of the grinder. I'm
Right.
just impressed by, because I didn't have very much faith when I saw him with the other one, going, okay.
It's just plastic. You get a high grade sandpaper and you cut it down. It's gonna be just fine. So let's
Can they
go
even hear us
Yeah, I'm trying to talk loud. I can see the bars move. I'll
Okay.
turn it back up.
after the grinder?
Yep.
All right, we should turn the sound back up then.
Yep.
I'm gonna let you do that because I don't know how to.
Almost see it. Yeah.
One cut. I'm sure they loved staring at that pipe, but
Oh, I'm sure they did. It's the best pipe ever.
it's a half pipe.
It's a half pipe.
Anyways, so do we have volume again?
Yeah, we're supposed to, but I'm not seeing. Just go 0. All I want is
Okay,
0.
so
There
we're-
we are.
Who is
Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I was writing that a little. Sorry, guys. What now?
I was gonna read a comment, but then I can't.
Oh, but then someone pulled up.
It's okay. Steve D says, "Where are the fancy power tool cameras today? We ain't fancy. I'm
We ain't
sorry."
fancy.
Yeah, where it's cool that I could do this.
You know, I could
And
do
then
fancy
go
power
like
tool
this.
cameras.
I feel fancy doing that.
With the laptop, I could set up my phone and we could Google Meet within the same building and
But I feel like by the time we get all that set up, our stream will be over. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we got those pieces grinded.
Got those pieces grinded. You know what really grinds my pipe?
No,
No, it's okay. We don't want to talk about that.
we don't want to talk about that.
This is a family-friendly show. Here we are.
Do we need to do 2 of those now? Because we're making 2 proton packs
Isn't there only one?
per proton pack.
There's one per proton pack.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. For a second there, I thought we needed 2, and that's
I
like,
think-
oh shoot, do we need a set? Because
No, I'm pretty sure it's only one per pack.
all right, when you put them together, it's like, oh shoot, is that the way they're supposed to go? Do
Oh
we need
no,
to make
I always enjoy. It's 45. That means it makes
It
a 90.
works.
So you just you just do that, and hey, look what you got. And you show the camera that's not on, so no one can see, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, there it is.
It works. Okay, I was panicking there. Like, did I skip a step? Am I forgetting something?
No,
Nope. Good. Okay.
we're fine.
All right. Step number 9.
So there you go. You got your unused patterns put into your
This
God
is
binder.
my master plan binder for a reason.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I have it all pre-set up. Look at receipts from other projects.
Good,
Things
good.
ready to go. I even have binder pouches, so if I have little bits and pieces that need to stick. Like, I
Uh-huh.
would put circles in this thing so that, you know,
Right. Oh, so you okay?
so I could keep track of all my pieces, you know?
Yeah.
As soon as a receipt is in for a project, it goes in this, you know, so.
Gotcha.
And then extra, this had to be a fry box that I had made.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, and
And then your false eviction notice that you created at one point.
yeah, all these interesting.
That's a fake eviction notice. She did not get that off of her front door.
Yeah, so this is my project binder for a reason. So
Right.
yeah, let's go
There you
to
go.
normal. So we are at P9. Okay, sand both ends of the PVC pipe smooth. Now we have to
Smooth.
rub it with an abrasive pad so we can glue the angles of the pipe down to a sheet of foam.
Okay. This is sort of abrasive.
You have more than one?
You
could do the other.
probably just grab whichever one.
One of them.
Yeah.
Some of them work.
So they all pretty much work. Some shed more sand than others, but they all pretty much work.
Oh, okay. Shady O Dragon says, like, it really was a great pipe to see, so I'm glad you appreciate it.
good.
Thank you. All for you.
All for you.
James Allen says, no difference in sound for me. Okay.
Okay, good.
So,
There's still a pile of foam over here, Shady. I haven't sent it out because I went off to a con, and then I got sick. I haven't got that part of the story, but that's not important. So not a whole lot happened last week, but hey, I tested negative, so that's a positive.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the real short of it is, after all that, I had a great con, got to talk to Rita, a few other little details happened, we'll get to that later. But then it's Monday, and I actually got to stay the night and sleep so I could drive back Monday. It took 16 hours to get home on Monday because there was a really bad accident on the Grapevine. Somebody went over the guardrail, right? It was as bad as it can possibly be. Traffic meant that what should have been a 25-minute drive was like a 4.5 hour drive, compounded with a bunch of other just holiday traffic, and yeah, it
Traffic.
yeah.
Guess what time it is?
Oh, is it that time?
It's tool time.
It's tool
noon.
time. Okay.
So we can let people in.
All right, so we'll let people in. So yeah, after all that, I was exhausted, and
Yeah. Life, right, people?
life, yeah.
Can't avoid traffic.
No, I'd love to.
I try to.
Visibility, public, done. Yeah, playlists, add to, Ghostbusters Proton Pack build.
We have a playlist for that now.
Save. How to install, privacy, public.
Welcome, public.
And we'll bring that back up here. And Chloe's here. Hello, Odin Noontime. Thank you, Chloe. Hello everyone, and it is now noon, and we've clicked the stream over to being a public stream. So we'll let all of our friends in to be able to hang out with us, and as we continue to build the Proton Pack as designed and patterned out by Chris over on the Lost Wax Oz channel.
And if you want to follow along, we are on step 9, chapter 5.
Bullet point 4, no.
1, 2, 3, 7.
7.
Ish.
Actually, there's no bullet points.
No, I know, but lying.
But if you make a dot as you do it, anyway. We're making stuff. I was just talking a little bit. So hey, it feels like we're coming in midstream, doesn't it? Which is kind of interesting. But we're not. But we are. We just clicked over to being public. So for those of you who are actually watching live, the first 45 minutes or so of this stream was exclusively for my Patreons, for the people who are part of my Patreon and who have. Well, actually, anybody who's on the Patreon gets early access to live streams and to completed videos when they're done early. So if you want to be able to get in on that early, be able to have your voice easily heard in the chat, get a chance to talk to me or Felicia or Joe at any time on Discord, go and check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and join at any level and you'll get in early. But if you want to get on Discord, there's a Discord level. And if you want to get in on Minecraft, and we're going to have a Minecraft event live streamed this Wednesday. If you go jump over on Patreon right now, you can jump into the Minecraft level and be part of that event that's coming up this Wednesday. So
sounds exciting.
Yeah, it should be. We're gonna go spank the Ender Dragon. You're getting your
my giant thumbnail all manicured now.
I think this is actually called a thumbnail cut.
Mine's me. I'm sitting over here going.
It's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's your thumbnail for jumping onto a spaceship, right?
Oh.
Is it sticking out your thumb? I can't remember. There was a gizmo that Ford Prefect had for jumping onto the Vogon ship, and it was called his thumb, I think. Yeah. One of you will remember.
Well, I scrubbed off all of the lettering, so I feel like that's at least an outer layer is gone.
Yes. You can just feel. So
yeah, I know, but
it's PVC pipe. PVC pipe is nice and smooth. It's supposed to be. So glue really doesn't like sticking to PVC pipe. By just even lightly sanding it, it's going to make paint stick better. It's going to make glue stick better.
You're adding tooth.
Exactly what you're doing. It's called adding tooth.
And meaning you're giving it something for the glue to stick to.
Yep. 100%. She knows what she's talking about. So everyone, thank you for tuning in to the Felicia Makes live stream. And today I'm helping her make a... No.
Yes.
Yeah, that actually almost sounds mean and condescending, and I'm sorry if it came out that way. But
I didn't take it that way.
good, I'm glad, because that was not the way I meant it at all. No, that's exactly right. So hi, yeah, I was giving a little bit of a story. I won't go the whole story again, but we didn't live stream last Monday because I was on the road driving back from a con in San Diego, not the San Diego con, but it was San Diego Rocket Con, and that was a long drive back because it all happened to be a holiday weekend. So what should have been an 8-hour drive was a 16-hour drive, and that was, oh so special. But I survived, so that's the big plus. And now we're back working on Proton Packs.
That's okay. I was just like, figure out where we're at. We're down here, so
okay.
We glued the angled end of the so we have to glue the angled end of the PVC down to a sheet of 2 millimeter foam and then cut around it.
Okay, done deal.
So after that, then we're moving down. So I'm trying to figure out where we're at. I'm just gonna start crossing them off as we go.
I did not sand the end. Did you sand this end? You did.
That's how you made it.
Oh, I guess it is technically sanded, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Fine.
Because I kind of started to, but I'm like, this end has been sanded to be made this way,
right.
So don't think it gets any more sanded than that.
Hey, we're up to my favorite part of the story. So I get to go do a con. I get to go do a con at I'm going to try and keep this quick, guys. This is just one of those, like, what the fire truck? Finally get down to the con. They keep the doors open so I can get in because I ride late because of bad traffic. And the first thing out of their mouth is no wheels on the carpet. Turns out they had a pipe burst, and so the building flooded. They got all new carpet and all new floors, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
everything gets carried in, no big deal. Saturday morning, 6 a.m., I'm one of the first people to come in because I want to make sure I get my booth set up. This thing, which I've had for 4 years, something like that. Yeah. It was a last minute thought, I should get that because The next day, I'm doing a demo, and I'm going to need my glue. So I grab it in one hand. I got my other stuff in my other hand, and I get about halfway into the door, and the bottom falls off. It doesn't do that. It came as one piece from the factory.
Maybe all the glues dissolved the solvent that held it over the years.
It basically, yeah. And I was just trusting it when I shouldn't have trusted. So, right
Inside
dead
of a
center,
glue pot.
in right dead center in the entryway of their brand new carpet. Like, first show since they got their new carpet. Yeah. A full pint.
Yeah, all over their carpet.
Right in the center of their carpet.
What'd you use to dissolve it?
We got out basically large putty knives and scraped as much out of the carpet as we could, because it hit. And I'm just sitting there going.
Was it a dyed carpet?
Yeah.
What color?
It was like a rick-rack lattice work. It was
Okay, so it was
it was a nice fugly carpet.
No, I know, but I'm like, is it a busy print? Like, how can we hide this? Because at that point, I'm like, we could bring in a solvent to help dissolve the glue. Bring in some of the what we need to make it shiny.
And I told the guy what to do to try and dissolve it, but honestly, would probably dissolve the color out of the carpet.
That's why I was wondering about the print. So if it's a busy
Since
print,
it was brand new, they've still got leftover carpet. They're going to be able to
patch
cut it out and patch it.
Okay,
but this means they got to cut out and patch in the dead center of the entrance of their
At least they can make it a monogram at that point. An excuse to do something fancy.
Oh, they could.
Not that anyone's thinking that.
No, but no,
opportunities.
They totally could. Yeah, they could put a circle and put their logo in the center of that.
Okay.
So yeah, that was. Hi guys, I'm at the con.
That little acrylic glue just.
It just let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you gonna get a new one of these, or are you gonna try and glue this?
I'll just re-glue this one back together.
What are you gonna use to glue it?
Gorilla Glue. Which is a year thing.
And it won't dissolve with the.
Oh, it probably will in a few years again. So I'll just try not to carry it for the top anymore.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, but how many times have you and I, with it full of glue, when it was just stuck, just grab it by the handle, the part that's supposed to come out that would pick up the rest and pick up everything, and it was all
the time.
Blork. Yeah, that was. So Sunday morning, I first walk into the con, because early morning we go set up things again. The security guard runs right up to me. You don't have any glue, right? It's like, I deserve that. He was totally
no glue for you.
He was totally just giving me shit, but I deserve that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I broke in the carpet at the Scottish Rite Temple in San Diego.
You made your mark.
You're welcome.
Made your mark on that con.
Oh boy, did I. Okay, I think I'm done with con stories at that point. I don't think I have anything else. Other than one of the comic artists used to be a DJ here in Sacramento.
Okay.
He was fun to talk to. He's a friend of Sean's.
Small world. It's like a big world, but it's funny how small of a world it really is. Okay.
Oh, and one of the patrons had a booth there, Sinister Props.
Oh,
so I got to meet Sinister Props. And I got to, I can't remember the other guy's name. JT.
TJ Detweiler?
Really nice. He was another prop maker. He 3D prints pit droids, 3D prints the torture droids, the big round floating torture droid, and yeah. So that was what he had, a lot of that stuff in his booth, and real nice guys. Real happy to get a chance to meet both of them.
Sounds like it was a fun stream.
It was a fun con.
Stream, I'm reading things.
That's fine.
And this is how Odin marks.
This is how Odin marks.
What does Odin make? A mess.
Every day. Why doesn't Odin show off the wide view of his shop? Because I would make Oscar the Grouch's trash can look clean.
Mark Boyan says, "Good morning, Odin and Felicia from Australia. My first live visit before heading to work. Oh, welcome."
Well, welcome. Good morning to you. And how is your Tuesday?
Yeah. Right? How's the future?
How's the future? Hello to my future.
Right. We got...
It's also summer for them. Or fall, I suppose. It's going to be fall here this week for them.
Yes.
So now I got to remember that you can't pick it up that way anymore.
You're not going to remember that.
No, I'm not
you
going to remember.
You have to glue
I need to
that,
put some
otherwise...
duct tape on it, like
Yes.
right now.
Like, this stream will...
This stream will be another disaster.
Because I probably might.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, muscle memory, motor memory to doing this stuff.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I catch myself, like, when I sew at home, my knee does this knee knocker thing, because my sewing machine doesn't have a knee knocker.
Right.
But every time I don't lift the presser foot, my knee knocks.
Yep,
Like I'm a crazy person. Why are you doing that?
Yeah. Every time I
So
drive
you don't lift the
Alice's
presser
car,
foot.
I'm stomping on the left side of the
clutch?
floorboard. Yeah, there's no clutch in her
Imaginary
car.
clutch?
Yeah, imaginary clutch.
I sit on my leg for that reason, like, if I'm driving a car that's not, yeah. There's a lot of muscle memory.
And there's a lot of muscle memory.
Yeah.
Doing a live stream. Both of us are worried about, are the mics on, are the cameras focused, are we actually streaming? Did we
Video
post
production,
this? Yeah, did
basics.
we post this to where people can see it? Yeah, and then trying to make sure we're actually paying attention to the chat boxes, and yeah.
Oh, we don't know what we're doing, but we're having fun anyways.
You know, we are.
Yeah.
We're both exhausted at the end of this. And it's funny, I talked to John out front, and he's doing streams with, like, the California Chamber of Commerce, because they're doing their HR live streams out of the building on occasion. And same thing. He's not on camera trying to be the host, but he's running around trying to make sure all this stuff was worth it. It was working, and he's exhausted at the end of it.
Mm-hmm. It happens to the best of us and the worst of us.
Now, oddly enough, I guess maybe I'm a masochist, I enjoy this.
Yeah. When it's no longer fun, then we'll talk.
Then we'll talk. Right now, it is still a lot of fun.
Yes. I'm putting the glue on the pipes.
All right, good, thank you. I'm looking for tape to tape
The glue pot.
the glue pot shut, and I think somebody used up all my Gorilla tape, so I'll just use some.
Wasn't me.
No, it wasn't.
This time.
No, that's fine.
Other times.
I'll buy some more at some point, but Gorilla tape is fairly expensive tape, in my opinion.
Right. I have 2 rolls of it, but I don't want to use it because of that.
Right.
So it just sits there not being used.
What's great is in Oklahoma on April 9th, I'm going to be at Creators Con with Evil Ted and Stephen K. Smith from SKS Props. And I get to talk about how I dropped glue all over the floor at the other con I was at. So I'm looking forward to that.
You could bring your duct tape glue pot.
I won't, because that one I'm flying to. So
You can't.
not really. I mean,
You'll
I could.
have to
but
buy your chemicals there.
I don't have to do anything like that. But,
Oh, you're not doing any builds.
No.
You're
I
just
might be
showing up?
judging, and I'm just showing up. It's a one-day
Okay,
con
cool,
in
that
Oklahoma.
works.
I'm actually really looking forward to it.
Sounds like a fun adventure.
Yeah, and there'll be an after party, which is going to be fun. But yeah, I will bring some props. I'll bring whatever I can load into my the largest piece of luggage I can check onto the flight. But that's it.
Yeah.
Be a great con. And then for those of you in Sacramento, that following Thursday, the 14th, I think it is, or 13th, whichever Thursday is after Saturday the 9th, Crocker Con is happening, and both of us are going to be there. What's Crocker Con?
Crocker Con is where all the crooked people go,
That's right,
and with their crock pots.
with their crock pots. It's
And
all
then we
about
have
slow
like
cooking.
a chili cook-off in the Crocker Con. No, that would be really good though.
That actually would be really good.
Crockpot Con.
Crockpot Con.
The Crocker Art Museum, which is a local museum here in Sacramento that I absolutely love and adore, is having a con. They did one a couple years ago, pre-Crazy Times.
They've done a
And
few,
they are
actually.
starting.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and so they're doing them again, and they invited Odin to have a booth at the con,
Yeah.
which is exciting because, you know, like, secretly I'm going like this. I love the Crocker Art Museum.
Right. It's the
Childhood memories of, you know, like, this is where I want my art to be someday, you know?
Right.
So, feels legit and validating, even though you have had art on display at the Crocker before.
I have, yes. I've made a display that was displayed. Yeah. I've got pictures of it. I never made a video or really talked about it, but it was a mirror display thing I made that Gonzo had designed for an artist that liked to do portraits through reflections. So it was a parabolic mirror where if you stood at exactly the right spot, you had 100 and something little mirror images of yourself reflected back at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty.
So-
It was a pretty cool little project. And it's called Crocker because it was one of the big four that built the railroad, because the Transcontinental Railroad for the United States originated in Sacramento and went out to where it went, which I'm not remembering right now because I'm more concerned about me. So he had the railroad money, and that's what built the museum, and so on and so forth. So
Yeah.
it's like a 4-hour con, but it'll be fun.
Right, and it's in a pretty building. I love the Crocker Art Museum. Every
Yeah.
time we have a chance to film there, I jump on it.
Right.
Love that building. It is so gorgeous, and they have a ballroom.
They have a ballroom, and they've got
They're-
the classic the building that was built,
Yeah.
back in the, and then they have the modern building, and
I like the old building better, but I'm glad that they extended into the modern building so that there's less people in my space. Anyways.
anyways, and I'm sure the 916 Ghostbusters will be there again.
Really?
Yeah, so we can go talk to the local Ghostbusters chapter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since being out and about and doing things.
There was a San Diego Ghostbusters chapter at the con that were running around in full gear. One guy made his own Proton Pack his own way. It was a Pelican case that he totally put all of his gizmos and whatnots into it. He had a full thing where he would fire the neutrino wand. There was a little vibrator in the wand. There was a big vibrator in the backpack. It made all the noise. It flashed the lights. It flashed UV lights, so stuff would glow around him.
Interesting.
The longer he held it, the higher pitch it went. All the gauges went up. It started to make the Millennium Falcon braking noise at one point because he fired it too long, and then it shut down. And there was a big vape pen in it that belched out a bunch of white vape smoke that smelled like marshmallows.
I love it.
Yeah, it was
Way
it was
to
a
use
story.
That's what I'm kind of imagining for
Okay.
ours. Other than we can't do smoke, because we
Right.
already talked about the smoke.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can, but we can't just smoke at a con. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not going to smoke on this project.
Right.
After, we'll talk about it. But
Right.
but for this one, no. But I did want to do the air and the
Yeah.
silk.
Yep.
So-
And LEDs and stuff.
Yeah, we'll
And
do
Sinister
it.
Props gave me some neat new LEDs that might be fun to try to play with.
I'm so excited about that. I
Yeah.
am really excited that we have the people with your friends at
Baconics.
Baconics. Because I was thinking of, those...
Baconics.com. It's a cheap and easy way of programming your Arduino circuitries, but without using code.
I feel like it's like Digimon's pets or something. Like
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Baconics.
It's imagine trying to program it isn't just programming strings of LEDs, but that's kind of the main thing I do. The way the system's set up, it's just like video editing, which is so visual and normal to me, and doesn't require a bunch of coding or typos. It is actually a really cool system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's free.
So they're helping.
There's a paid version, but there's a really good free version.
So they're going to help us make all the
Yeah.
blinking fun
Yes, they
and
will.
cool and exciting. So I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Because I've never ever tried to add flashlights and lights and things to a project. So this one is,
Okay.
I'm really going to be stretching and having fun with that.
Cool.
This one's dry. That one's still drying because I put a
Okay.
second coat on that.
Oh, good.
This one,
This one's pretty much dry.
yeah. So let's see what people are saying.
Are people talking to us?
Yes.
They're not just saying, dudes, shut up, make something, build, work.
Groot Grusin going crack pipe con.
Crack Pipe Con. Wasn't that crack pipe?
We got Lego Man 2597 says good evening from Scotland.
I hate it when the 2,589 other names been used up and you're just...
Hey, it's a popular one.
It is popular.
I can imagine there being 3,000 more Lego Mans.
Oh, for sure.
All right, and then we got Bulletproof Kevlar saying, I love the Flatwoods monster shirts. You know, he shows up at a lot of video games and anime.
This was sent to me by one of the curators of the Flatwood Monsters Museum. Yeah, because he heard that I like cryptozoids, and I do. I think they're neat. In a little while, I'll get another shirt from Cryptozoic, the T-shirt company.
We got Michael James here, or Mikkel.
Or Mikkel.
Mikael.
It's Michael. Huh?
Michael, right?
It's Michael.
Michael. What's up, guys? Finally get to catch a stream. Well, congratulations.
Sweet.
I butchered your name, so welcome.
Welcome. We're butchering your name. Hello, and welcome to We Can't Pronounce That. How's it going?
Right? You squish it.
Hey, squish it.
Yes. So this next part, it says it's tricky.
Okay.
It's
Right. We're supposed to cut this out on an angle, right?
cut around the pipe, trying to keep the blade following the angle of the pipe. It's not that easy to do. It says right so in the directions. And I had to clean up the edges of the 2mm foam a bit afterwards. So cut along the lines at the top corner of the ramp.
Okay.
So at this one.
Right, and that's to
after
glue this in.
Yeah. So
There's
after
those. Okay.
smooshed and smooshed.
Smooshed and smooshed.
So we're making an
I'm a
anatomical
Tuscan
heart.
Raider.
The Punisher.
Oh, the Punisher. Hello, he's got a YouTube channel.
Bulletproof Kevlar cryptic build on Odin Makes. Hee hee, cause I'm so in.
Bulletproof cryptic build?
Red Art and Dubs VA. Yes, finally the Proton Pack. I've been waiting for this moment. Well, we're gonna be at this for a while.
Right. That's one of the disappointing. Not that disappointing, but this is gonna. You don't have to cut it if you don't want
No,
to.
it's
I just
okay.
sat in front of you. If we just shut up and crafted, we could get done a little bit faster. But this is gonna take some time. We might be done in time for summer SAC anime, and that's September.
These remind me of when I was like at girls' camp and we had to do the fake broken bones, and I used a PVC pipe to make my bones stick out and cut it at an angle. It was fun, you know.
You make it sound like I wish I had gone to girls' camp for, broken bones.
Well, the first aid hike where we all got to dress up and pretend that we were broken, and then they had to tell us how they would treat the first aid.
Okay.
And then, of course, we had to get as bloody and gory as we possibly could that
Right,
they would
that
allow
made it
us
fun.
to at a girls' camp, you know? So, of course, I had to have a bone sticking out of my arm. How would you deal with that? In the woods.
In the woods.
In the woods. Do not use a tourniquet.
You do not? Well, not a broken bone, no. Huh?
Well, you have to stop the blood with the pressure points. You don't want to use a tourniquet because then you lose your bone. You lose your limb.
Okay.
At least that's what was the rules.
That's what they said.
That's what their rules were, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Although training...
No, I thought the best way to stop bleeding is put a tourniquet around the neck.
Oh, yes, that will stop all problems
okay.
from here on out.
From here on out? All right.
There will be no more problems ever again.
Okay.
But...
I know what I'm doing.
But yeah, don't take first aid advice.
Don't take first aid advice from a live stream.
No, not at all.
Oh, by the way, my Fat Woods Monsters t-shirt that I'm wearing, it glows in the dark. Sorry.
So it can be appreciated even when you have the lights off.
Yes. So that hallway at the mirror at the end of the hallway at night when you're walking around and the monster's floating at you. It's great.
That's exciting. My friend is here.
My friend. Your friend's here?
No.
Yeah. The monster's here.
You know, the one that's always showing up every...
Yeah. He's here again and he never gets out of the way.
Yes. Okay, then we have to do this part next. This part. That's the
This.
part that you brought up the video for so that you did it right.
Right. It's well, on the pause part of the video over there, he's still rubbing the pipe on his green scratchy pad. We rubbed it on our purple scratchy pads.
Uh-oh, the color's wrong.
No!
Whatever will we do? We need to go back and redo it.
We're going to piss off our friends up north.
Okay, let's see what people says. Name butchering. Felicia never does that. That's by Lee. And I do not even attempt to say his last part of his username at this point.
I'm sorry,
'cause
what was his name?
Butchered it
Was
too
it
many
L?
times.
What was his name?
Mr. Lee over here.
Lee. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you to butcher his first name.
His second part, the brain wipe.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the brain wipe. No, I don't know.
Oh yeah, of course. I never butcher anyone's
The
name.
dude is so chill and fun and cool to talk to. I really hope you get a chance to meet him at one of the cons because he is a nice guy.
And he's still here despite my butchering of names. So.
Like I said, he's a nice guy.
Marvel Guy wants to know, Odin, do
Yes,
you
Marvel
still
Guy.
have the Matrix of Leadership from the 1980s Transformers movie? You're welcome.
I don't have the remote on me at the moment, but I do still have it right here. This is a huge hit at the cons in a big way. Man, this thing gets more excitement and love than almost anything else. It's a big toss-up between this and Soul Edge. Really.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome.
So look at the video and you can make your own.
This is one prop that I would have some interest in redoing. I've had people ask, would I ever redo a prop? And I've actually had some thought and interest in this one.
That one's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the texture. It looks like you could peel an orange and I want to eat it.
Right.
It's like that basketball foam texture.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's floor mat foam and
Yeah?
yeah, this was a very, very early prop for the channel.
Holding up despite the love and abuse.
Yeah, this thing. Oh yeah, it's fallen off the shelf because there's been a leak on the wall, and so the water pooled on the shelf. And this thing, it's foam. It actually
Soaked it
floated
up.
and hydroplaned and fell off the shelf. I picked it up.
That's much better than it soaking it up.
Oh yeah, I didn't soak it up.
I would be so worried about that because of sponge.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, thankfully it's not
could
quite
get
that type of
stinky real
foam.
fast.
And I think I had to glue some of the plastic bits back on, but you see it's got some water stain here.
Yeah.
But it still works.
Still exists.
It still exists.
And you can look up the YouTube video on how to make your own. Okay, let's see. We have Irving Zira. I just butchered their name, saying hello there, Odin.
Hello, Irving Zira.
James Allen says, depends on how far you have to take an injured person to get official medical help. We were in the woods, so we assumed that it
Would be a while.
Yeah. When we actually did need emergency medical help, it took us 2 hours to get to the nearest hospital.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 That sounds about right.
Well, first aid training did pay off. I had a kid dislocate their knee picking up a pack, picking up a heavy pack, and so that when they twisted, they continued twisting, and they.
Knee pop. Yeah. That.
She survived. No long-term injuries. Popped it back in place. Drove her to the hospital. I was the grown-up in charge, going, "Shoot, you guys trusted me." Okay, we handled it. She got safe.
That's
Everything
good.
happened. We're all good.
I'm good. We're all good here. How
Safety
are you?
training paid off, so I was official and certified.
There you are. Good for you. I keep changing bits. One of these days I'll find one I like.
Steve D says, I shorten my name as much as I can, and Felicia still manages to mispronounce it. Sorry.
Yeah, come on. Can't you see it? It says Steved.
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 We got Lee saying, I'll be at Crackpot Con if Felicia brings the chili. Oh, Crockpot. Crackpot.
Crock pot. You're the one that made the joke. Cracker art fan.
It says crack. C-R-A. Crack.
Okay, it does. All right.
They say crack.
Okay.
Crackpot Con. Crackpot Con. Crockpot. Crocker Art Con. Crocker Con.
Cracker art con.
Now I want cheese and crackers and chili.
Okay.
Delane Embry, sorry about screwing up your name, says, Felicia, I love your necklace. It's awesome. Thank you very much.
And practical.
It's very practical because I can snip threads wherever I need to. I was snipping threads earlier, so this I actually was using.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I'm notoriously bad about not snipping my threads or finishing my edges or, pressing as I go. But when I do, things turn out better. So there's that.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
So, James Allen says, that's a Boy Scout coming out. Yes, all my brothers are Boy Scouts. I didn't get to be, but I got to go to their stuff, so I'm uncertified.
There you are. I didn't quite get to Boy Scouts. I did Cub Scouts and I did Webelos, and then we moved, and I never actually went into Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I believe 3 of my 4 brothers were all Eagles.
Oh, okay.
My dad was an Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
I did not get to do Scouts, but
I'm sorry.
it's okay. I had fun myself. Okay. We have Matthew Kaluas here. Good morning, folks. Well, good morning, Matthew. Welcome. And Lego Man 2590 says, hey, Odin and Felicia, have you guys watched Lost in Space on Netflix? And would you ever attempt to build a robot? Yes, I saw the first season of that. Is there more out yet?
Yes, 3rd season is either out or is coming out.
Okay, because I watched it up to a point and then I forgot about it and didn't realize that they had more at this point. But I enjoyed it for what I had seen.
Yeah. I don't think I would take on building the full robot, but at the same time,
I wouldn't do that
I
version.
actually haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I have built model kits of B9, the classic 60s one.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah, Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah.
And I've done model kits of Robbie the Robot, which is the same designer designed both those.
Yeah.
But
that's one of those first movies that I got to go out with my friend Brienne to go see in the big theaters.
Oh, fun.
When we were, thinking we're cool, seeing a movie all by
and the
ourselves.
monkey flipped the switch. Yep.
Kind of a thing. So I'm like, I really enjoyed that movie.
That movie was great up until Blarp. I think Blarp was the thing that really...
I had no pre-context or expectations when I saw the movie, so I had no
Right. Well, I
And
knew
I
the
was
show and I
also
was kind of a
young with
fan
my
of the show,
friend.
but I wasn't picky, so I was totally happy with it.
Yeah.
It was just that was just such a marketing thing.
Yeah.
That was I was
It
old
went
enough
over
to be
my head.
cynical, so it's like
Yeah.
you guys are selling drink cups, not story in the movie.
Yeah. And then when they came out with the DVD box set, my parents bought the whole couple seasons of it, of the
cool.
original series. So
Right.
after seeing the movie in theaters, I got to catch up, and
Oh, cool.
so I really got to geek out on that. I enjoyed it.
It's a great show.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Michael James says, never a Boy Scout, just jump right into the military. I'm sorry.
What I'm actually really sorry about is if you make it to Eagle Scout, you get a pay increase when you join the military. Yeah. I had a friend that was both an Eagle Scout and a college student, so he had 2 pay increases just from those things.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Mass Movie says, will you make any props from the Batman movie?
I'm going to see the Batman first, and if something
Gets
really
you
excites
excited?
me, I will. But at the moment, I'm not really seeing anything that makes me think I need to build that. And it's really kind of sad, because I should be excited about this film, because they're doing a retelling again. They're doing, it's not quite year 1, it's kind of year 2, sort of year 1.5. It's early Batman, right? I'm more excited about their take of the Riddler and how he's kind of
I love the
very
Riddler.
super dark and kind of inspired by the Zodiac Killer, which isn't something to be excited about. But it's not the guy in the green suit, which is all it was in the 60s, and that's what it was with...
I did enjoy doing that costume a lot at the shop.
Oh yeah, and it's an iconic thing, and he's a goofy character, but I'm looking forward to
The more dramatic take on such a goofy... Yeah,
and
I can appreciate
and
that.
I have no opinion on the dude playing Batman, because I can't remember his name. The Twinkle Star. What's his?
I don't know.
Oh, Robert Pattinson. It's the guy from Twilight. There's the vampire from Twilight.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, but that's fine, because the guy from Mr. Bomb did
Well,
just
he
fine
has
in
bad
'89.
experience,
So
so there's that.
yeah.
Vampire bats,
Vampire bats the other way.
I can make that connection. It
That
works.
Yeah. He's up all night anyway. Sure.
Terrify himself.
Right. I've seen the trailers. The trailers they look good. I'm gonna see the film. Tim Watts has
You cannot
got.
go see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tim's got tickets for me and all of us to go see it this Saturday at the Arden Fair theaters, the no longer domes. But I haven't seen anything yet that really goes, oh, I'm going to make that.
Yeah, so you're willing to go with an open mind to see if there's something that inspires you, but
Absolutely.
You're waiting for inspiration and not just going in there with an expectation.
Absolutely.
So
yes.
It's from the passion and not the duty.
Yep. There's a 3-hour movie, so there's bound to be something cool in there.
Hopefully, right? If they don't.
Hopefully the movie itself is cool, but I'm just saying hopefully there's some sort of like cool things like, oh, I can build that. Yeah.
Yeah. So H7O Polo says, yes, get that grinder as close to the mic as possible. ASMR, so. After Apple. Wait, A is for Apple.
A is for alcohol.
Apple. Sorry, screwing up your name. Says,
you
hi, Odin and Felicia. Well, welcome.
Well, hello. And hello, H7O Polo.
And then Jerry Rig Prop says, I see. I told you I'd be back. So he's back. So welcome back.
Welcome back.
The Lord Mighty Kingfire.
Jerry Rig Props, I've got viewer mail from you I'm going to share at 1 o'clock, so.
About half an hour, not bad.
Yeah.
The Lord Mighty Kingfire says, what are the odds the actor who played a vampire is a bat?
Ooh, really pretty good.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was also an undead character before he was Batman, so that all worked out.
Yeah. Okay. Marvel Guy says, I actually like the camouflage pattern in War Machine helmet. I couldn't actually see it in the armor when I watched Infinity War in 2018.
It changes. I'm not sure. The War Machine camo pattern definitely changed more than once, so it may not be there. I'm not sure. I can't remember where we pulled it from, but it was.
Yeah.
It was definitely one of those. Oh, we're too far in the movie. The camos changed and the armor's changed. But yeah, I like the digital camo that we have on.
It adds an interesting texture for sure. Yeah. And Matthew Cluas says, oops, okay, there was a 2-year break between seasons 1 and season 2 of Lost in Space, and season 3 dropped earlier last year. Okay, so I saw season 1. I didn't realize season 2 had dropped, and so now I get 3.
I get 3 seasons.
Super binge time.
I haven't watched any of them, so I could binge all of them. But.
Right. Nim Blues. Sorry about butchering your name. Is there any older Batman props you could do?
Oh, for sure.
Millions.
Yeah, shark repellent spray. I could make the floppy-eared pajama Batman from the 40s. No, I do like Batman. Batman is a superhero I like. I've done some Batman props. We made a belt that you use in Smosh.
I totally stole your Batman belt.
Yeah, totally stole the Batman belt. Chloe created a 3D file that I printed out for one of my 3D printer reviews for the Arkham Asylum Batarang. And I made the Lego Batman stuff. I like Batman. I like Adam West. I like all the different versions of Batman. I enjoy the parody versions. I love the Ian Batman as much as the serious ones.
I loved Ian Batman. I think he's my favorite. Yeah, that's unfortunate. There's so many good Batmans, and Ian's my favorite. Yeah. I love doing Catwoman as a costume at the costume shop a lot.
Well, yeah, because I'm sure people enjoy putting it on.
Oh yeah, that one was a fun one because then we'd get into the rhinestones and cat burglar.
Right.
It was just like the funnest part of it because it's like, okay, we're all black, get the costume going, but then the jewels.
The jewels.
Yes, and a pearl necklace for steal the.
Of course.
Yeah. So.
And Eartha Kitt always wore a pearl necklace, didn't she?
Did she steal Batman's mom's necklace, pearl necklace?
She might have.
A few times, depending on which version. She's. Yeah. Princess Diaries. What's her name? Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
She stole the pearls.
She's okay.
His mom's pearls. Yeah. Like little things you can add that just add fun.
Mm-hmm.
I want a reason to wear rhinestones. Well, I'll be Catwoman and steal the jewels and a crown and all. Just have it dripping on you. It's fun. Okay, let's see. And now he makes his return as Batman in the flesh. Move and back up. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Keaton's coming back in the new Flash movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is really cool. They're gonna
That's
have they're
exciting.
doing a multiverse crossover. Because yeah, which is cool. I'm looking forward to that.
The Lord Mighty Kingfire says to Odin, "Are you willing or planning to make gauntlets from Arcane?"
Willing. I wasn't planning at all.
Gauntlets are interesting. I do like gauntlets as a prop.
Yeah, Batman gauntlets are cool because they got the, spiky things on the outside. Yeah.
Yes.
With
The bat phone. I have a bat phone.
I finally, years later, saw the College Humor Batman video.
Oh,
where
okay.
he's sleeping. No, you killed him. Those are knives on the back of your gloves. No, those are nap the. Great.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
He's sleeping. He like pulls out an AK-47 and shoots the guy. Well, they all fell asleep. I'm totally butchering that, but I saw it once.
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay.
Jerry Rig Props has a good question for you. What do you do with your old blades? I've been filling a small jar with mine, but don't know actually what to do with the jar.
That is actually a really good question and a really good plan. You do want to put the old blades somewhere where it comes time to take the trash out. It's not going to come out the bag and grab you or someone else way down the line. A lot of the times my old blades, I'm a little lazy on it. I'll poke them into a scrap piece of foam and throw it away. So at least it's got a kind of a cushion around it. There are people who will literally buy a Sharps container. So this is a Sharps container is a little plastic box that's a medical item that you use for disposing of your needles. The place for depositing that is plenty big enough for putting razor blades into. An old bottle is just fine. Like you're talking about, you do that, put the cap on it, and if the bottle breaks, it's going to make broken glass, which is just as much of a problem as a bunch of dull razor blades, right? So that's fine.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I know that they have the holes in the back of the old cabinets in some of the old houses
Yes.
with a little slot for you to slide your razor blade for
Yep.
somebody else who's renovating's problem.
Yep.
The whole not my problem.
That's exactly what all this razor blade talk is how do we make it safe
Not my
enough for me
problem.
right now?
Take it and just belt grinder and then throw it away.
You could do that. That would probably be the most surefire. I remember getting it was a little. I think I've still got it because I like the little plastic. It was a little black plastic box. It was the dispenser for the number 11 X-Acto blades.
Oh yeah, and then you put your old
And you
ones
put
in
your
the back.
used ones into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I buy blades, I typically get those boxes where you put the dead
Okay,
blades
so they still
in
make
the
those?
back. Yeah,
Cool.
they totally make them, and then you throw it away once they're all gone.
Yeah.
And they're all encased in the plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they still make those, and I do like those.
If you ever do any kind of resin casting or anything, you could always throw all of your old blades into the bottom of a soda can or something and pour a bunch of casting resin on top of it and encapsulate them into a paperweight, and then you can throw it away and it'd be very safe.
I'm thinking that old YouTube video of muffins.
Muffins!
It's a glass muffins. Ow.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
It's an old YouTube video my little brother showed me. They're like bestest muffins. I'm making muffins as best as I can. It's so Numa YouTube.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picturing salad fingers. Yeah.
Yeah. Some old video my brother showed me back in high school that we still talk about and laugh at.
Yeah.
Making muffins as best as I can.
As best as I can. Okay, I spent a lot of time on that one.
But it's perfectly done. Look at that. It says it's tricky.
Yeah, it did.
Was it tricky?
Pretty much. Yeah.
So, I feel like this reminds me of like a lipstick.
Very much. Yeah. But hey, I'm using the exact same 2mm red what the foam sheet that Chris used in his Lost Wax Oz video. The only thing is I'm using white Schedule 40 PVC pipe instead of the gray Schedule 40 electrical PVC pipe he used, but whatever.
Ooh, I'm telling.
Of course, I don't think he used Schedule 40. I think he used Schedule 80, but yeah.
I'm telling.
Okay.
It's going to make a difference.
It is. Chris is never going to talk to me again.
Okay. I'm not going to jump ahead because that part was tricky. Piece 44. Is it piece 44? Oh, yep. Okay. So you had mentioned that we used a different type of pipe than he did?
Yes.
So this would change this if it didn't fit, because this is supposed to be 44. That
I guess we did use the same pipe then, okay.
Right! I know I was laughing at ha ha ha, is it really gonna matter? But it apparently really does matter what type of pipe. So PJC 2.0 wants to know, what part of the pack are you working on now, Odin?
Same part I've been working on all day. This is part of the ramp. This is part of the.
We are on step 9, chapter 5 of Lost Wax Oz's video instructions, and we're working on the ramp.
Yeah, we're working on the ramp.
Part.
I'll be totally honest. I've actually really always enjoyed Ghostbusters. I've always enjoyed the look of the Proton Pack. I enjoyed the real Ghostbusters. I've always been a fan, but I've never hardcore nerded out on what the individual elements of the pack are. So it's a cyclotron, right? I don't know the name of the part we're working on. In fact, until the stream started and you guys told me, I hadn't even realized that there were subtle differences between the packs. All right.
We're doing our best, okay?
We're doing our best. So what part am I working on? Yeah, it's step 9. The ramp.
This part. Ish.
This part ish.
Yes. So how is this one going to go? We will see. Okay, so these are the next pieces we're going to need. 44.
44, okay. Those just get glued in?
Well, that's after we do cut this part out, glue the pipe in, and then we pop those in the back circles.
Okay.
So it says do it afterwards, and
Sure.
I'm assuming there's probably a reason to the order of operations, and if there's not, I don't think it's going to hurt to follow them.
No, it's fine. One of the fun things of actually following, especially as detailed instructions as these are, is I don't have to think about it. It's great.
Right? Isn't that amazing?
It helps so much on the live stream. I'm not actually trying to figure it out. I can be more of a host and talk.
Yeah, show up and go through the motions.
Yeah!
Make it happen. Okay. A plus B. And now it should look like this, right? Michael James says, don't worry, I never knew the packs were different either. LOL.
Yeah.
I can see there just being natural variations of just straight up building them for each person. Like,
yeah, that's
harder to make them all exactly the same than it would be to have slightly variations.
right. But no, there's specifically a Spengler pack. There's specifically an Egon pack. There's specifically a okay. I didn't know. And this one's not perfect, so there's some slight variations.
Mr. Rooster says, me and my friends are drawing concept art for my Godzilla universe. I'm actually starting my 5-long-year project. One day in the future, you'll see my movies and start making fan props for them too.
Sweet. Sweet. Sounds great. Please do.
More mecha props, right?
More mecha props. More monster props. No, definitely. If you guys have ideas, and you want to develop stories and ideas that are even inspired by do it, because that's where the comics and that's where the movies come from, and yeah.
Yes, more content.
More content. Do it.
PJC 2.0 wants to know: are you ever going to 3D printing? Do 3D printing for any of your projects, Odin?
I, on occasion, do some 3D printing for my projects. I have a few 3D printers. Almost all of them are from Anycubic because they sponsored the channel. But generally speaking, I like making with my hands. I like this process. I built a lot of models and a lot of Lego as a kid, so I enjoyed the building of it as well as my dad would make anything out of metal. So that's what I like to do. I'm not against 3D printing. It's just, I like making.
Right. Sometimes like the how much effort, brain, and time is it going to take me to tangibly build something versus digitally build something and then print it?
Yeah.
And it's not always the same because my skills aren't as up to date on the computer side of things as it is to just work with tangible objects for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've
it's
spent.
Not that I'm opposed to it.
I spent a ton of time making 3D files that I could then print, only to go through. I mean, this happens building too. Only to go through all that, and then they don't fit together. So it's back to the drawing board, and maybe tomorrow it'll be okay and fit together again. There is so many huge benefits to doing the 3D printing and 3D printing tools and getting highly detailed pieces. And then there's just the personal satisfaction of actually carving it out of something.
So, it depends on the project. And not opposed to it, but also it's like how much work am I going to do on what part of it.
Now, if you guys want to go back and dig through my history, you may find me bad-mouthing 3D printing way back in the day before I actually got a chance to work with it and realize it wasn't as simple as getting a piece of paper spitting out of a printer. That's literally what I was expecting.
That's what I want it to be.
That's what I want it to be, yeah.
I think it's heading
want the
in that
replicator
direction.
from Star Trek. That's what I want.
I want it to be able to make whatever food I want when I want it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as I've got a base block of clean matter that it's pulling from and it's not reprocessing something else from a
like our current
submerged
astronauts. They recycle all the water.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
all
but
the water.
not kind of in Star Trek, but the especially a fun comic called Transmetropolitan where they get the Godai machine that rearranges matter to create new things.
So future food poisoning.
If you've got a low budget machine and you're not as affluent, then it's pulling from raw sewage because it's matter. It doesn't matter.
Matters matter.
Yeah, matters matter. It's just kind of seems icky, but it totally worked.
Well, doesn't that one guy make moonshine from toilet paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Or grape soda from gloves.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Breaks it down to the basic chemical components.
Of a rubber glove, and then makes grape soda from it.
Well, he breaks it down to the chemical that they use for artificial grape flavoring.
Oh, okay.
So he breaks the gloves down into its basic chemical parts and then rebuilds it to make grape flavoring soda. Yeah.
It's all chemistry.
Right? It's all basic matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baking is chemistry.
Teeny tiny Lego blocks, right?
Right. So there was
Science.
a story, Copernicus Rebellion, and it's a little paperback. It's not a very big paperback book. It's a little paperback book. Copernicus was a guy that in the book figured out how to assemble DNA strands.
Okay.
And so he would have his micro laser scalpels and the pool, and he basically just dip it and then have the wrong one, cut it off and dip it, and then he has the right one, and then he continue on because he knew what strands he wanted to make. But anyway, that part of there's a whole lot more that goes on in that story. But I liked, even though it seemed totally implausible and it would take frickin' forever, I liked the basic way that the writers talked about how he would make a DNA strand for creating his own life. So anyway,
Yeah.
it was neat.
Start with the instructions, right?
Yeah.
So we need to cut this part off so we can put this part in somehow. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's curved here and it's curved here. And
Okay.
it has to fit this piece in here like, I don't know.
Like correctly?
I don't know the way it's supposed to be in here. I have to look at the reference image, but I know that this piece goes here, and we have to cut this piece off.
And it has to look like it was supposed to go there.
Yeah, typically.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Extra foamy thickness. Let's do add some strength.
Extra foamy thickness.
Extra foam thickness. Foamy thickness. I misread that.
You can't read the usernames. Why would you be able to read?
Instructions. I know. Okay, so we got to use the glue guns to create a weld bead effect around the ends of the pipe. I love that. That sounds like fun.
And I actually changed the bit to the original bit on the
big power?
On the big glue gun that also does low temp.
Oh, good. I switched my big glue gun to the big oval one, which is great for laying down like thick hot glue.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't need thick hot glue, that's terrible because it just lays out straight up thick hot glue. So I have to put the original one back on.
Right. Well, I had the extra long snout on it, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought that'd be really cool, but for whatever reason, it kept being hard to pull.
Yeah, because it was cooled down by the time it ended the end of the extruder.
Right. Or whatever. Something went wrong. I don't know what it was.
I think it was that the
You're probably
glue was
exactly
no
right.
longer hot by the end of the extruder, and so it was all getting blacked up. So it was hot glue coming anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Group Grusin says, could it be now? Oh.
Nap time?
Group Grusin says, why do you think all these retro lines have been brought back to life? We have He-Man, Ghostbusters, Turtles, even retro collection toys.
Yep.
I think that's probably why. Group Grusin, could it be that now we are old, our nostalgia kicks in, and now we can afford the toys we never got as childs?
Or we just want to buy them again? That is exactly what it is.
They're feeding off the nostalgia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But at a point where, that's exactly what it is.
Michael James says 3D print the Star Trek replicator. LOL.
Oh, that'd be funny. Trying to think, there was never much. I mean, it's featured in every Star Trek, but it's generally just a panel on the wall. You don't, you need to be able to let the PA swap out the plate of food on the other side. So, so you never really see the replicator. You see the interface, but you never see the replicator. But it's just sort of it's just a transporter. It's a transporter technology in a smaller box.
So you can make a fancy cabinet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh. A is for Apple went, oh, I just watch Making Muffins as best as I can, LOL. So it's on the internet.
It's on the internet.
Sorry, people. That's.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I love that video. It's hilarious. Yeah, I have trash taste, but I don't care.
You own it.
You're right. So Godalope says, hey, I made another live show. Woohoo! So welcome, Godalope.
Hello, Godalope.
Greatalope.
Greatalope? It's like an antelope, but a Godalope?
It looks like Godalope to me, so if you
Hello,
pronounce
Godalope.
it better.
Guadalupe, what is it? I see A is for apple. Oh, I see Godalope.
Yeah, Godalope. That's how you'd pronounce it. Okay.
Yep. Groot Grusin, I would like to know if Felicia remembered the A, O pronunciations. I tried to thought her. The way you said more was excellent.
For one of them. Of course, I butchered them.
In all reality, when I was learning Spanish, the vowels make so much sense. It goes A-E-I-O-U, starts at the back of the mouth and makes its way all the way to the front, and the vowels always make the same noise every time you see them. With English, it's not the same.
Nope.
So I just don't assume that anything follows any of its rules and just go on from there.
There you go.
But it takes me a time. So if I saw those dots and was told how they actually were pronounced and I took the effort to actually figure it out, I probably could make it happen, but we're live and I'm like in front of y'all, mispronouncing everything. But I try. No, I do not remember how to pronounce the difference. L.
Yeah.
More. Yeah. Try. I'll try. Oh, that's a funny one.
Oh.
PJC 2.0. Odin, have you ever been asked to make Aquaman's gold trident from the movie? You've been asked to make a few Aquaman props.
It's on my channel. I've made Merida's too.
So you're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah. I made a special Aquaman appendage for Smosh.
Right?
Yeah.
When
Which-
props and costumes interact.
Which pretty much came back as a Peacemaker joke.
Did it?
Yeah. It did.
Okay.
To paraphrase it in the polite way for the manner that this show, the Odin Makes live stream, should be, Aquaman, yeah, he has sex with fish. They said it in a lot fewer words and a bit more rhymes with truck.
It's a big ocean. He must
It's
be
a
pretty
big ocean.
lonely.
Yep.
I know. Are the mermaids that cute? Louis Cassie says, Felicia, are you going to make the flight suits or buy them? So the plan is to buy them but alter them to make sure that they fit accordingly, because like the original movie, they had to kind of downscale the Spindler suit so it could fit the person that is supposed to be wearing it, no spoilers or whatever.
This is the Afterlife movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they had to scale it to fit the main actress.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we're pretty much going to have to do kind of a similar thing, is get the flight suits and then scale them to the best of the ability that they look baggy but still fit correctly.
Yeah.
So
I'm all for that. There's enough specialized parts on this with knee pads and elbow pads and extra pieces. I have no problem at all purchasing
ordering
the flight
the
suit.
thing that they use specifically and getting the most accurate one possible, the easiest way possible. Yeah, I'm totally going to order it, but we will alter it and make it our own.
Just like I personally have no problem with anybody who wanted to buy the Spirit Halloween Proton Pack and use it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it! You
Props
got a
to prop.
Proton Pack. Props to prop.
I'm okay with somebody making it out like a cardboard box on their back with a tube going around like they're going to suck up back. Like,
Yeah, I like the one from Stranger Things where it was literally like shop backs and things. They just made them out of parts from the garage.
yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
like, if a little kid tells me, this is my Proton Pack, I will say, oh my gosh, go get that ghost over there.
Exactly.
You know, it's all about having fun.
The whole, because Ghostbusters was all just homemade. It was, they made it. So it's.
Aw. Steve D. Felicia, have you fixed your PC yet so you can upload? No. It's one of those projects that's sitting in the corner staring at me, but because of technical, I don't know how to do one little part. I've let it just stay there. So,
You said Steved.
Steve.
Yeah, you said the Steved name wrong.
Steved.
Steve's name wrong.
So, yeah.
Steve D, thanks for making that.
Ooh,
Super self-conscious of constantly saying your name wrong, even though for a
Steve.
while I said it right.
Steved.
But hey, no, he's a Patreon member, so we can always practice.
Steved.
Steved.
Steved. Well, did your teacher ever tell you that you were specialed? Oh wait, in the special, like,
No, never specialed. I was always
Specialed.
I was always told I was special, of course.
Gabriel Miguel wants to know, how do I scale those templates for 5mm? I couldn't find 6mm foam where I live.
I don't think it's going to matter. The millimeter difference, I don't think you have to worry about scaling it. You should be okay.
Yeah, it's a cap for the foam, and I assume like you can literally get a millimeter off with the sanding if you really had
Yeah,
to.
well, that's 2mm. But he's just saying that
Yeah.
the whole instructions wanted everything being cut out of 6mm foam, and he only found 5.
Okay,
which-
well, will it actually? I think it might, because that was for 6 to 8. Because the variability of the floor mat foam is kind of on the wider side.
Right.
So it might be scaled slightly smaller, so you might want to add a seam allowance to all your pieces or scale ups. But it's a millimeter off, but that millimeter adds up.
Right. Well, if you really want to scale it down, if you really want, I would just go for it. If you really want to scale it down, do the math of what percentage of, if 6mm is 100%, what percentage is 5mm? Well, it's 5/6. Yeah, but there's actually a decimal equivalent you can figure out. That decimal equivalent, tell it to print out at that scale, and now all the pattern pieces will fit 5mm foam. Does that make sense?
Yes, no,
Oh,
it
good.
does. Like, because I'm thinking that it's not that big of a deal, especially since we're doing the 8 to 6 kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of smooshing, just smoosh it.
There's a lot of smooshing, but you know I think
You can also add a millimeter there and here
Right.
around as you need to if pattern pieces aren't quite lining up.
because if you need to sandwich two 6mm pieces together and you've got two 5mm pieces, well, that's a 5, a 2, and a 5, and 2 is easy to find. Every sheet of craft foam that you go purchase at a craft store is 1.5mm to 2mm thick. So just an extra sheet of that thin stuff, and you'll be at the 12mm that 2/6 would be. That's more pieces. That's more cutting. That's more pain in the. But you could do it.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd like, if you are in the continental United States, you can always go to blickartmaterials.com and order HD foam, which comes in a 6mm roll. And the big benefit of ordering stuff from Blick Arts is if you order like about 3 rolls worth of foam, you'll qualify for free shipping. It's like, 3 rolls of foam is not this unfathomable amount of material I have to work with. That's great.
It's nice to know that it's not the end of the world, but you can't just discount it completely.
You're
Knowing
right.
that you are off, you have to take that into consideration as you're building your pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as we're lining these up, there's a lot of fudging and squishing and smooshing that you know you're going to be a millimeter. Like, they should all be a millimeter off, but if something's, like one of the pattern pieces, cut it like millimeter longer, and it adds up over the length of it. But yeah, you should be fine, but you do have to take that into consideration if something's not quite working. Hey, look, that's pretty smooth transition.
Yeah, I was pretty quick to dismiss it, but you are right.
Yeah, well, after that dress form build that has not ever been released on the internet that I did.
Felicia, you have a dress form build video?
It's not on the internet because I don't have the computer ability to edit it. It's just filmed. Anyways, it really does affect the size because when you're trying to be exact on scale and proportions,
Yeah.
building a dress form, you want it to be
You want to be pretty close to you or
Yeah.
whoever you're building it for.
your measurements. You want them
Yeah.
pretty right on. And I noticed that the thickness of the variability thickness of the floor mat foam itself changed the diameter a significant amount. So I ended up having to take off 1/8 of an inch around all of the circumventing seams.
Yep.
Not necessarily the
circumference, yeah.
horizontal seams, but definitely the circumventing seams.
Yep.
So that it would, when it was all added up, be 2 inches smaller all around because the 1/8 of an inch added up to being 2 inches total too big because the center front, side front, center back,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also did princess seams. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seams in total. So
Yep, I remember that.
it adds up really quick. So, like I said, I wouldn't discount the variabilities in sizes because it can change the overall scale of your project significantly by just 1/8 of an inch. Schultz Division, send it to me and I'll help you out. I have no idea how to do that either. Oh, and I have way too much footage on that one too.
Yeah.
The way Odin shoots is there's so much footage.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras.
Yep.
6,
5.
5 plus my iPhone
Yep.
detailed close
Making
up.
6. Yep.
Making it 6 cameras.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, so much. I don't know how you do it every week.
Well, the first thing you want to do, so if you're going to overshoot your video with a camera here, a camera there, a camera here, a camera there, and that camera there, and they're all running, you don't look at each one independently because you know what they're. If you look at one, you know what's on all of them. First thing you want to do is when you first start, all 5 cameras are rolling, and they're all wild sync. If you've worked in video, then SYNC sync it's a thing where you have stuff tied together, time code. I don't have that. You won't have that at home. So what you do is the clapboard thing from movies. You clap. That creates a spike in the waveform that you can see on every single camera because they're all recording sound, even though I'm only using the sound of the one I'm talking to. So you line them all up on your timeline, and then you turn them all off and you never look at them because you only care about the one that you talk to. And so you can scrub and see where you were, and you write what your script is. And then when you cut out the section you want to talk about, you've got 5 angles that all match, pretty close match, the one part you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then
I've seen you do this, and I'm quite impressed. The screen's all wide and all the space on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I do not have the same space on my screen. I'm just laughing, going, "Oh, this is so much footage! Squish it,
Squish it, squish it.
squish it."
You just,
I'm impressed with your technique. It is. I'm not a professional editor.
also, I overshoot because I don't have a cameraman, and I can't afford to pay one, and I do too much content to, hey, Neil, you want to come over again? We're going to shoot another video. So that's why I just overshoot it.
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
not talking shit about your
No.
message. I'm just.
Oh, also, I overshoot it because I come from a television background, and I personally don't really like the single camera jump cut style. And there's nothing wrong with that. That YouTube is founded on a single camera jump cut edit. I just don't like it. So I like changing angles around and seeing what's going on.
I think people notice the professionalism in your editing.
Okay, thank you.
I can definitely appreciate the Emmy-nominated editor I'm standing next to.
So, 4-time Emmy Award-winning editor.
4-time Emmy Award-winning editor versus a novice editor who just goes, "Oh my gosh, this is a lot of work."
It is a lot of work. Don't ever think it's not a lot of work. What's
Yeah.
funny is the hardest thing for me for making my videos is writing the script.
Yes.
That is the single hardest thing to do. Yeah, I actually write a script. I build first because it's a documentary show, right? This is how I did it. So you need to do your interview first if you're doing a documentary, or as a DIY, you got to build it first. Then I write the script on what I'm going to say when I'm not talking on screen, and that's all typed up, and that can take me 2 days to fight my way through, to fight myself to sit down and do it.
How do I explain to all of you guys what I did in a normal
Right.
order, especially since me jumping around from this part into that part, and then I switched it, and then now we have to do it in a sequential order, even
Right.
though my brain didn't do it in that order. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing multiple things because I know that needs to dry so I can ignore it. But narratively speaking, if I've put together the sleeve, well, then I want to put together the cuff. I don't want to start working on the pants. So yeah, it's
Yeah, or I've got some help with my editing, and I'm explaining the process that I do, and the people are just looking at me with a blank stare, going, "I have no idea what gibberish you're talking about."
Right.
I'm like, "I get it, but I don't know what gibberish you're talking about." So there's that. Different jargons, okay, people.
different jargons. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I get done with that and I record my VO and I actually go back up, and it's still kind of work to take. Because, so I got all that, I record my voiceover, so I send it to Peacemaker, go, "Hello, I'm Odin, and today I'm going to make," and I take that, which is just the voice, and lay it down on my final timeline, and then I go back and start taking all those multiple camera shots that I've noted where the times are, and start dropping them on top of what I'm talking about, and I can stretch them out to cover what I'm talking. But the actual act of laying out the audio-only portion, that's still kind of workish. That still sort of takes some time, because it's still not that interesting. Once I get past that, I'm into actually editing. But then I'm enjoying it again. It's like, oh yeah, I'm back in one of my favorite video games. Here we go.
I get it. It's
Yeah.
those parts of the project that really slow you up because they're the not fun part.
They're the not fun part.
Fun parts.
Yeah.
The work,
It's actually work.
right?
Yeah.
When it feels like work. So, it's mail time.
It's mail time. Oh wow, look at that. It is 15 past mail time.
Yeah.
So, when did that show up? We had our last stream 2 weeks ago.
Yes, because
The-
we missed last week.
Day after that stream, the
Yes.
Tuesday after, I got a package from Jerry Rig Props. And
So it's been sitting here for 2 weeks.
it's been sitting for 2 weeks. Well, I opened it because I knew what it was. But, and I opened it because I knew what it was because actually I added it to the order. What's funny is Jerry Rig's Props order went through the same day my order did. So they just put both orders in the same box and shipped
They
them
were
to
going
us.
to the same place?
Going to the same place.
Interesting.
All the way from Ireland, Jerry bought some material from a manufacturer in Portland, Oregon, so they could ship it down to California. And what's kind of cool is there's free shipping. It's called Creature Cast, and what it is.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
Oh
that.
yeah, I'm excited about this. And this is the first time that Jerry realized that I went ahead and ordered some too. This is a neoprene rubber alternative for latex rubber. What's the difference? Neoprene is a synthetic rubber, and so it doesn't have the allergy issues that latex rubber has.
Interesting, because they use neoprene in winter wear a lot because they're able to make tube fibers out of it so that it can trap more air in the center of the fibers. Anyways,
Yeah.
That's how I know neoprene, not as...
I know neoprene because my parents were old school scuba divers, and their wetsuits were neoprene foam.
Yeah, because you can get more air per fiber.
Right, but it's also, unlike latex, neoprene won't rot.
That's...
I mean, it does ultimately, right? But not at the rate that
yeah,
latex
no, that
does.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like, I love...
Yeah. So it's a water-based, non-toxic,
technology.
hypoallergenic latex rubber alternative that has a nearly equal price. It's just like, this is really cool.
That's exciting. Don't
Right.
freeze it.
Don't freeze it. But yeah, so
Don't put it in your eyeballs.
which one we open up? I got the rigid. You've got the semi-rigid neoprene. Okay.
Black.
So Jerry Ray bought me 2 gallons of the semi-rigid neoprene black. This is basically a Plastidip alternative. Also, is what this is for.
Here.
But it's water-based, so it's going to take a lot longer to dry. I don't know how much I'm going to be using it
So-
because of that. It's just probably just blowing out. But
Yeah, I just figure we could show people what we're talking
Creature
about.
Cast. But it's yeah, it's. Yeah,
So what are you going to make with it?
Um,
Don't know.
I don't know. Well, what's cool is it comes in different hardnesses, right? So there's the semi-rigid here. This is actually rigid, which I've seen
Is that going to be like the...
Evil Ted use. So this would actually make a really hard rubber prop.
Okay.
So people ask me, like, what are we going to do to make things like stiff?
Use the hard rubber.
It just takes 2 days to dry
Okay.
because it's water-based and it needs to air out and dry like the foam clay. But
It
I would
doesn't
actually have
expand?
faith. No,
No.
I would actually have faith in this drying, unlike Rust-Oleum spray paint, which I have no faith in ever drying, which also takes 2 days to dry if it wants to.
Oh, yeah.
And it may not take that long. If we're spraying it on, it could take a lot less time to dry. I think I got those numbers. I was originally looking at this as an alternative for casting stuff for Arcane, because you can pour this into a stone mold, a plaster of Paris mold, and slip cast it like you would latex. You just have to do a few layers of it and then peel it out. And that's what takes the long time to dry is in a mold like that. So on foam, if it's sprayed on, it may dry a lot faster than 2 days.
Okay, so we'll find out soon.
We'll find out soon, but we have a
Trial and
gallon
error.
of black rigid that we can spray on our Proton Packs. And I've got 2 gallons of semi-rigid that's good for most everything. And I have a gallon of natural, so this has the black tint.
Yeah, the natural would
one's
be
just
like
latex
whatever
colored.
white,
Yeah.
non-white version of. 'Cause
Yeah, it's kinda that
latex
off-white.
is kind of white, but it's not
Yeah,
pure.
it's that milky.
Yeah.
And it's the very flexible one because I do have a project where basically
you
I want
could
to
do
do
a
like another
skin.
face hugger type of project.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I could use the neoprene instead of the latex.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
'cause- Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So, and what's funny is I told Ted, it's like, yes, I just ordered a couple of gallons, and plus I'm getting a couple from one of my patrons. I have no idea how much he ordered. And Ted's response was, what are you going to do with 2 gallons of Creature Cast? So apparently,
Going to cover 2 Proton Packs.
apparently I might have overbought, but, you know, it's fine.
No.
It'll get used up.
Right, it's going to get used.
It's going to get used up.
Oh no, I have a bunch. I have to
Oh,
use.
no. So one of the things I was thinking about, and I don't know how well it'll work, and here I am talking about it on a stream, which is
So you might
almost
be
committing.
Almost committing.
This shape is identical to this shape. This hemisphere is nearly identical to this hemisphere. If I was to remake these parts perfect and make a cast of it, I could probably cast a kit of this prop and have a kit that I could potentially sell until Hasbro told me I couldn't anymore.
Yes.
So, things I'm thinking about.
Have you made the Black Panther mask?
I made no, I have not made the Black Panther mask. I haven't made the full Black Panther face mask. But now that I did the Winter Soldier, I'm not as afraid of it. But I did make a COVID face mask inspired by.
Yes. Sean Karg says, "Hey Odin and Felicia, I started a new job today, so I'm actually at home in time to watch it live. So congratulations."
Congratulations, Sean.
Yeah.
This episode's brought to you by Creature Cat. No, it's not. We bought it because I was excited to use this product. And honestly, Jerry, thank you. I really appreciate you. They sell it in small containers, right? That's all I was expecting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not
those gallons.
Not gallons.
Oh dang! I have so much.
Oh no.
There is plenty of material to work with and mess up with and experiment with.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Normally have the opposite problem.
Yes. I'm out. I gotta go get more.
So this now needs to get glued.
This now needs to
Glued
get
the
glued.
PVC into the cutout. The flat edge should be flush with the back of the ramp, and the front edge should extend a little ways past the front of the ramp.
Okay. Mine's wrong.
I don't know how it's supposed to go.
Okay.
You have to look at the picture.
Fair
this
enough.
is flush. I'm assuming this is the same angle, but
That's
it'd be
what I would
better
assume,
if it
too.
was like this. I don't know.
No, I think it's supposed to be, they're all the same flat angle. But that's actually good to know that it's supposed to poke out a little bit, and it's supposed to, I need to grind a little bit on this. This isn't quite fitting nicely.
Ninja D says, "Have you seen the show Face Off? They used a lot of that creature stuff on that." Well, actually, Nicole, which we used to work with at Smosh, won Face Off. So.
Alan Carnes, the guy that came out of my channel and cast my head, was on Face Off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
No, I have not watched the show. I probably should. I'm sure I'd enjoy it. But that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to use it. I see a lot of potential with it. I really like I love rubber monsters. I really like latex monsters and latex things. So having something that,
is not latex.
is
but
not
can
latex,
be...
but can be latex. Is
Yeah, because latex is so amazingly disappointing.
yeah.
It works great and rots away.
Yeah, it's wonderful for shooting. It is perfect for movies and videos because it does everything you needed to do on the day of the shoot. 6 months from now, you're patching it. Actually, it takes longer than that, but it does rot.
It rots. Like, it only lasts a couple seasons at the costume shop,
Yeah.
Like, I've seen things rot before my eyes.
Right.
I had this great Henry and the Hendersons, like,
Oh, nice.
Bigfoot mask that was amazing and beautifully detailed, and it just, over the years, the latex
Just,
crumbled.
it does that.
Maker JP says, "Get sculpting now!"
Get sculpting now!
Eventually, we'll get to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see. Have you thought of making a cosplay Doc Ock tentacles? You've talked about that before.
Well, yes, I have thought about it. And, honestly,
Sorry.
what I see is cutting up hundreds of little tiny pieces and gluing them together for the Doc Ock tentacles in order to do it, right. You could do it the Jack Kirby art style where it's just pool noodles and rings. So I've thought about it, but that is more involved than I want to do for a single video.
Right. This is too involved for a single video.
This is too involved for a single video. So also why this has never happened before.
Yes. Bryce New says, "Hey, Odin and Felicia." Hello, Bryce. Schultz Division's got to go, guys. Have a nice day, y'all. Well, thank you for joining us. Robert Crowd. "Hey, Odin, have you anything from the fifth element, like the elemental stones?"
I have not done the fifth element elemental stones. Yet. I have talked about it. It's actually on a potential list.
The eventually list.
Yeah, the eventually list. This will actually be a lot of fun to do list.
Steve D.
Steve!
Did you
Steve
say
D.
you can use creature cast instead of plastidip?
Yes, you can use you can thin creature cast. You can thin and thicken creature cast
How do you thicken it?
There's a product they sell.
Oh, okay, so like just leave it out, or?
Well, that would probably work too.
Okay.
Reduce it, yeah. Yeah, you just put it into a spray gun and just spray it, and you can seal your foam props with creature cast instead of Plastidip.
Okay.
And it's water-based, non-toxic.
Well, we're going to be trying that on this project,
We'll
so
be trying that on
we'll
this
let you know
project,
how
yeah.
it works.
I'll try it on something else beforehand too, so we don't spray this down. You know, I'll try something a little.
Something else.
Yeah, something else.
Yeah, one of the weekly videos.
Yeah.
Screw one of those up.
Screw one of those up. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the Predator face mask, Odin? Have you ever been asked to try making that one? That's PJC 2.0.
Multiple times. Going all the way back to DIY Prop Shop, been asked about making the biomask. Have I made anything Predator? No, actually, I don't think I've ever made anything Predator, except for maybe a model kit. But
Can't talk and craft at the same time.
nope.
That's how we make mistakes, people.
Yep.
That's okay. We're making lots of mistakes.
I didn't glue
Miss
my phone
Frizzle
to it,
will
so I'm
be,
doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Miss Frizzle would be proud, is all I was going to say. We're making that.
Oh, making lots of mistakes?
Make mistakes, get messy.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Pleasing Miss Frizzle.
Good. It's a little bit crooked. Everyone's going to hate.
There you go. Sebastian
Sebastian!
Suavez says, "Hi guys, hello."
Hello!
Chavez, sorry, Suavez.
Chavez.
Chavez.
Suavez.
Marvel Guy says, "I actually finished all 9 episodes of WandaVision because one of my friends told me I should finish it before watching the new Doctor Strange movie. I enjoyed WandaVision.
Probably, yeah. WandaVision was good.
Yeah, I like your WandaVision face mask.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Yeah,
Me
it's
too.
not here. That turned out fun.
The Adventurer Aurora is her name, the cosplayer from Tijuana that came up to visit, as well as Mexican Loki. We all went out to dinner on Sunday night, and she wore that thing the whole time. She forgot it was on. It fit her great.
Right? You didn't glue this one yet, did you?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, those things are comfortable.
She's got a new one. It's all cut out now, because the one in the show was kind of solid.
She had like 3 different versions of them by the end.
Did she?
Yeah, because
Okay.
she had the one where she was in the dress up, like they were
okay, yeah, there was-
wrestlers, and then she had
Right,
the
there was a
version where
Halloween
she
one.
had that it actually appeared.
The actually appeared at the end of the episode, is what I was thinking of, the one I patterned mine
Yeah.
off of. The one that she wore on set anyway, it was it had a relief cut into it, right? It was solid. Light didn't go through it. Is what I'm trying to say. The new one in the movie is more like a lace, where the back layer isn't there.
You can see through. Okay,
light
that
goes
makes.
through it, but it's got the same pattern,
Yeah.
and the same shape, which is
Okay.
kind of neat.
Okay.
So I can make a new one? No. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of other fun things to make from Doctor Strange too. I'm excited for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Mass Movie says, "I think you should wear the Peacemaker helmet." Big Rob
Got it behind me.
Prop says, "Evil Ted uses the creature cast all the time."
Yeah, I know. That's actually the first place I saw it.
Marvel Guys wants to know if you've actually watched Ben and Bianca's homemade how-to YouTube channel from Cineflix. I have not.
I have not.
I don't know that one, so
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't know that one.
And Daniel Banner Cosplay Kid 29 says, "I would love to see a Megazord helmet."
That'd be cool.
Right? It's up in there with the...
Yep. I think we know exactly what we're going to do as our next Power Rangers prop, but I think Pink Ranger is definitely still high in the list.
Well, I have the stuff to make her outfit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
We will have peace at any cost.
We'll have peace at any cost. Yep.
I don't care how many women or children I have to kill for peace.
It was such a good show.
Lego Man 2597 2597 wants to know if you can get a sneak peek at this week's video prop.
Chances are it's like February 5th, 1997. But I don't have a sneak peek for you this week, so
Because you'd have to be.
apologize. What's that?
So, because you'd have to have built it at this point.
Yeah, because I haven't quite finished building it because I'm behind. Now, if I'm always behind, am I really behind, or am I just on schedule again? No, I'm behind because I really would like to have my videos out on Wednesday again, but this is going to be a late week.
Just catching
release
back,
again.
getting back from con.
I thought I was going to be able to get back from the con, but I was so out of it.
Mental health is important, people.
Yeah, it was exhaustion. It was actually being sick. It was, you still probably hear me dealing with snot.
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start gluing this so that this.
Sure.
Well, since it pops in there, should I do it as?
You probably want to do a super glue.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. That this wouldn't make very much sense, and I think that this would just pop in there without heating glue, but then it will get stuck in. Yeah.
It's actually gonna be really hard to glue in.
Yeah, no,
Almost
I know.
anyway, because
Part of me was thinking of using a pin to help stab it in, so that I could pull it back out if I needed
so you
to.
can control it right, because there's no getting it back.
No, there's not. But I don't know, a little faith and trust and pixie dust.
Yep. One of the things I'm gonna do after the stream is go to the hardware store and buy some more super glue.
Yeah, you destroyed that package.
Oh yeah, well it's empty. I mean.
Oh yeah. I've never used up all the super glue in this container. I've let it dry out too.
Oh man, I've gone through. I don't know. First time I used this was our Halloween stream a year and a half ago, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is bottle 6 or 7.
Yeah, because you weren't really using super glue before that.
No.
You were really trying to be hardcore about.
Hardcore. I'm using contact cement because
Yeah.
because I've been using contact cement and I trusted it.
You knew that it worked, and then we started using that.
Super glue. It's
Okay,
like,
that
oh,
makes sense.
this does totally work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. What am I doing after the stream? I'm gonna go buy more super glue.
Dun, da, da, da.
Dun, da, da, da.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's super glue.
Super glue.
Yes. We got Greg Werzo. I'm just destroying names. Werzaku. Saying, greetings from Poland. Did you make any Robocop related props? Not
I
yet.
have not made any Robocop related props. I've done some Robocop model kits a long time ago. The old Horizon vinyl kits. I don't even think I've finished those. I haven't. I actually like Robocop, and I really like Ed 209 and the 87. I really like the 87 Robocop. I haven't. I'm not against it. I just haven't.
Sebastian Chavez wants to know, hey Odin, can you do a Peacemaker costume so you can have the full costume done?
Nah. You think I'll look good in a Peacemaker costume? I mean, as it is, I made this helmet a little too tight. You should have a gap around, but I made it fit my head exactly because that's just sort of the way. You put it on someone else's head, it looks great. But yeah, and I'm still doing it. I joked about it in the video a little bit that I put it on and I want to hold my eyes wider for some dumb reason.
Because you have to keep it open and on. Because your eyebrows feel like they're supporting the weight of the helmet.
That's what
so
it is.
That's
I think
you're doing.
yeah. I push it down and then it kind of pulls.
I
So-
feel like that happens with a lot of those mascot things because you're pushing down that you feel like you have to
Okay.
compensate.
That's it. I'm compensating.
Compensating. Ollie Hain says, yes, mental health is important.
Yeah.
And much love from the UK.
Thank you.
Odin Makes live to a global audience brought to you here in Sacramento.
Yeah, which I think is actually really cool.
Right?
I love the fact that we have a global audience. So thank you, everyone who's been tuning in. I liked maps a lot as a kid, and so the idea that I've got a global audience, I've got people who are watching me from my tomorrow. I think that is really freaking cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nimblues wants to know, are the Teaser Tuesdays going to return? Any teasers about the new build? In all reality, he has to get back into his groove of things post-con.
Teaser Tuesdays will totally come back when videos are ready to be released on Wednesdays. Right now, we might have a teaser Thursday or a teaser Friday again. Yeah, I need
Patient people.
I'm sorry.
Odin makes it all by himself.
Yeah.
Mostly, not.
Pretty much. I had a lot of help, and I had a pretty good rhythm going for a while, and then I just let go. I just didn't keep up on my schedule. I could list off all sorts of excuses like any fourth grader could. I just didn't keep up with it and let it go, and so I just need to get back on schedule.
Yeah. We got Paul Gregwitz. Sorry, totally butchering your name, but he's, hey Odin, on behalf of the San Diego Ghostbusters, it was great
sweet.
meeting you at RocketCon.
Awesome.
Sorry, Paul, about ruining your name.
Yes, Paul.
Thank you. I was actually bragging about you guys a little while ago with it could very well be Paul who's got the backpack that does the full overheating and meltdown and thing. But
You really are out of super glue, aren't you?
I'm totally out of super glue. Even in the after party, you got to hang out and talk to the Ghostbusters quite a bit, and
There you go.
yeah, no, those guys are great.
So he remembers you.
I do totally.
Ollie Hain, I'd love it if you could come over to the UK.
Yeah, I would too. I've actually got a current passport, and which I need a lot more than just that. But at least that piece of government documentation is taken care of.
Right? One hurdle out of the many hurdles.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
It's more finances than anything else.
Right.
But I would absolutely love to go to the UK, go to Ireland, go to Europe, go
Anywhere on adventures.
I like to travel.
Right.
I like doing shows. So I really honestly enjoy that.
It didn't get stuck in too far.
Good.
Did yours?
No, actually.
Oh, nice and flush.
We've worked all day to put this part on.
But you need to grind it. You need to cut this angle. If I didn't
Yep.
have the thing, this would take me even longer. Like
That's
the
true.
power tools.
That's true. And stop and talk a lot. But no,
Yeah.
just it's kind of fun to think about it. What did you do today? That. I took a 77 millimeter pipe and put a 45-degree cut on it, capped both ends with foam, and glued it to the corner of a thing.
Yes. Live in front of you guys.
I'm a puppet. Oh, how's it going?
Looks like little cyborgs.
It's a little cyborg puppet.
Reminds me of the little PBS logo.
Yeah.
Brought to you by viewers like you.
Brought to you by viewers like you. Odin Makes is partially funded by Blick Art Materials and viewers like you.
Okay.
Actually, no, Odin Makes partially funds Blick Art
I
Materials.
think we got through. Glue a piece 44 in the bottom of each of the pipes coming out of the power cell. We did that.
Oh, it's the power cell we're working on. We're working on the power cell.
Well, there's the ramp and the power cell, so
Oh,
we just did the
okay.
ramps. And so glue the ramp beside the power cell. It should be flush with the edge of the support box, with maybe a little gap between it and the power cell. Glue the front edge down first, making sure it's totally cool before you try to glue more. Glue the inside of the edges down as best as you can. This involves pivoting the ramp up to allow the glue gun access to that edge. Once inside, the edge is glued. Gluing the outside edge is easy. So we need to attach that. So we have the ramp and we need our other pieces that we built, the power cell that we built earlier,
Yeah.
which is 12, 13.
Oh no, I am looking the wrong way. Bummer. Oh well.
What are you?
Well, if I put the graphic the other way, see, so on the video box that I'm not looking at on screen.
So if you're looking
this is-
this way, it looks like you're
Yeah,
looking at
it
this
look like-
imaginary thing that I can't see. But if I see here, I'm actually looking at it.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it, but it's on the wrong. So I'll have to change the graphic for the future. So this is what this is literally what we did all day today, twice. So we did that. See, even did the same foam, glued it down, did the cutout thing. Only I cut it out, and then I even did that with about the same shape of bit, sort of. We just did this. We just did this. And hey, now we're getting into what we got supposed to do next.
This 5-second clip was 2 hours worth of work, just so you guys know.
Right, exactly.
Right? When you compare, like,
still can't
cooking
quite
shows
see.
and how long it actually takes to bake a pie. Kind of
Oh, okay. It's going down next to, okay. Now just pull out, Chris, and show me exactly where it's at. Oh, I think I got it.
You think you get it?
I think I got it. It's all flush on that end.
And
Now
those
he's
were-
capping things in there. Okay, well, he's not quite going to pull out, but
Where's the
Oh,
other
right.
pipes? Oh, here. These are the boxes we were looking for.
and then we're onto the grain elevator. Okay. Go ahead and hit the off.
Off? One? No.
No, that's all right. There's the 3 little red buttons at the top, the middle one. That one, yeah. Underneath it says off, I think. There it goes. So if you do the one all the way over here, that's how you end the stream. Theoretically, actually,
Oh.
you got to tell YouTube that's how you end the stream. And the other ones are audio. So if
Well,
you
we're
off
going to
that
be
one,
out
they
in
can't
about
hear us
15
anymore.
minutes.
Sweet, we're out of here. We do have a 2 o'clock hard out, so I'm glad you pointed out we got about 15 minutes.
So whatever we do from here on out has to be
Has to
able
be
to
done
be finished in about 15
15
minutes.
minutes, okay. So
So
what I
even
saw,
if it's just plotting what we're going to do next week.
no, I haven't glued this in yet. But it's pretty much just that.
Yes.
And he had glued this equal to there. And that's kind of what these two things are gluing next. From what I saw, because it was going on the, because this becomes the vertical on the
Yeah.
back of the, right, I did that backwards, because the pipe's backwards, but yeah, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
use a piece of 44 to block up the pipe ends.
Okay.
Which I don't think we should glue
Oh.
in quite yet because we are going to.
Right, that's why I haven't glued them in yet. And he does cut a hole in the video here to drop his,
Because I do want
his
to
glue
have
stick.
access to the innards of these so
Okay.
that we can add bells and whistles once everything's
Sure.
finished.
yeah, it is one of those things that if we had our bells and whistles ready to go, it would be a lot smarter to do it as we go. But
Well, I don't know how they're going to fit in there yet.
I don't know either. I
So
don't know how
I'm
it
not
fits
that
together
ahead.
yet. Yeah, all right.
So I will just try and not overglue.
Okay.
I don't know. We have Ollie Haynes saying, do more Doctor Who props.
Right. There's a lot of Doctor Who props.
Right?
There's Doctor Who props that made it into Star Wars.
Interesting.
Yep. Bosk's suit. There's the bounty hunter named Bosk. He's a Trandoshan. It's a variation of a pressure suit that was originally a Doctor Who flight suit,
Oh, nice.
and that same suit also appeared in Star Wars: A New Hope in the Cantina.
So there's nerds out there everywhere who appreciate all these things.
Yep.
I appreciate that they ended up doing greatness with their knowledge.
That's probably not the only Doctor Who prop, but it's the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah. A's for Apple says, how do PBS know that I'm a viewer like me? That's so clever.
Right. And yeah, I've been asked about making Cybermen before, and I think a Cybermen helmet would be something that'd be really cool to do.
Yeah. You've done the screwdriver one.
I did the screwdriver, and a long time ago, I made a Dalek for a friend.
Yeah.
Don't have a video for that. I could probably find
Somebody was asking for that earlier in the chats, but I never quite got to
okay.
reading that.
one of these days. Eventually, I will dig through. Remember photographs when your pictures were actually printed on film and on paper? Yeah. So I've got paper photographs of the Dalek that I did.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So there's proof that still
There is
exists.
proof it still exists. And I think I've got most of the carcass in my attic too, but
Maybe
We're
dig
also
that
gonna
out
put a
one
Dalek.
day.
Yep.
Excavate it like Indiana Jones or something.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, if you picture the Indiana Jones warehouse, only it looks way more like the truck drove through it instead of it was put together nicely. That's kind of my attic.
Have you made any Fortnite props yet? Sebastian Chavez wants to know.
Yeah, I made the close shave pickaxe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you made one. So you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh, every time they ask for something you've already done, it's like, you're welcome.
You're
He's
welcome.
did it. Go look up the video. Already done. Phew.
Yeah.
That was a lot of work.
Well, the lovely question of Annie, that's like, oh, that's nice and open.
Right?
I love
that.
the big open end. Like, have you ever made? Oh, sure, yeah. In that one episode, that guy wore a pair of pants. I made a pair of pants once. You're welcome.
Yeah. Wait, I'm learning to heal. Even new, I missed most of the stream. I
Oh.
did miss both of you as weak. last week. So, yes, we were not here last week. I did miss doing the stream, but I did enjoy just doing nothing. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do nothing. I made this crazy box dress, but that's...
There you go.
Yeah.
I was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the very beginning of my trip.
Yeah. Yeah. I shared that crazy box dress on the Discord, but...
I believe you did.
Yeah. But shh, it's a secret because that video is not going to come out for a while, so we can't talk about it.
Okay.
But it wasn't in the final phases, so...
Yeah.
So it wasn't a complete project.
So if you want to see the projects that Felicia's working on early, or other odd things that I share, or a lot of other members share, I do have a Discord, and it's a private Discord. Anyone can join this Discord by going to patreon.com/Odin Makes and looking for the Discord access level. That'll get you permission to join the Discord. It'll get you access into it where you can talk to all of us. You get to see the videos early. You get to ask us questions. You get to share the work that you're doing with a bunch of other like-minded people. It's actually a very
I like it because
calm and
people
supportive.
ask questions like,
Yeah.
this keeps screwing up, or my paint job is doing this. How can I improve that? What can I do? And then everybody has their 2 cents, and it's not cruel. You know,
it's
like,
not cruel.
Nice.
It's not a competition. It's not a...
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind and constructive, and I appreciate the community that is being built on the Discord group. And now there's a foodie channel.
Definitely. And now there's a foodie channel. And everyone who has the Discord access also has access to the games channel, which is all you need to play Among Us on Fridays. So every Friday I've got a live stream where we play Among Us, and that's who's playing, is people who have the Discord access through Patreon. So yeah, that's if... I highly recommend it. You know, Patreon also pays my rent. That's actually how I'm able to have my studio and do my show.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone who
Literally,
does support me on
viewers
Patreon.
like you.
Literally, the viewers like you are the ones that make this show possible by giving me the ability to pay for the space to do it.
I'm going to put these circles, since I pulled them out specifically, into one of my binder pouches.
Okay.
So that we have it all together for next time. So Bryce New says, I'm part of the South Dakota Ghostbusters and
Sweet.
disabled. You have inspired me to make this so I can wear a lightweight pack while in my wheelchair.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Yeah. I think it'll be great. I think the lightweight foam ones, you can kind of tell that they're super lightweight when the kids are running around.
Yeah, you can tell. And some of the San Diego Ghostbusters talked about how heavy theirs were, and they didn't mind. And I can appreciate that it's not that big of a deal because you are building them off of an Alice backpack frame, which is designed to hold a lot of weight and be something you can wear all day.
But still.
It's hard for me to let go of, you know.
Do we have to make it difficult?
Yeah, do I have to?
Yes, but I think it will be great to have like the Rumble Pack to give it more of a realistic feel, even if we're not going to have the weight.
Yeah. And I'm excited to spray these down with a rigid. I wonder how rigid it'll make
Like
it.
what it's going to change. And yes, exciting to find out. Okay.
Because even if it's rigid, it'll still bounce, you know, and not crack if it hits the floor.
Yeah, true. Sharp Shot FX writes, funny thing about the indie warehouse, my dad is obsessed with building wooden crates for storage. The very first one was a toy box for me with the same label as the Ark of the Covenant crate. We got a whole room upstairs now with an about decades worth of wooden
The
crates.
U.S. one or the German one?
All with labels referencing different movies and shows, i.e. Fragile Crate from Xmas Story, Hawkins Laboratory. That's kind of a fun, useful movie prop.
Yeah, that is actually really cool.
Yeah. I'm making props, but it's storage, and it's useful, and I can appreciate that.
I can appreciate that. I just gotta question this toy box with a swastika on it. Even though in the movie it didn't have it for very long, because the Ark of the Covenant wasn't going to put up with that either, so it just burnt it off itself.
Nimblue says, oh yeah, Felicia, I was able to find that root beer you drank last time. It's kind of rare here in Finland. What root?
What root beer? What? It's got a blue
It's
label on
super
it.
labeled. Yeah, no, I love, like...
It's a PepsiCo, I think, brand root beer, and yeah,
I don't drink soda, not very often. It usually just goes flat and wasted in my fridge. But root beer is like my secret. I love it. It's.
Yep.
I will not say no to root beer. And then all of a sudden, I need like 12 cans.
Yep. And I love the artisan root beers too. I like the Henry Weinhardt's and the Virgils and the.
I feel like they're wasted on me. Like I can appreciate them, but I'd rather just.
Fair enough.
You know.
Yeah.
Ice cold can, and you drink it before you even realize what the sugar hits you. You know.
There was what con did we go to? I don't remember, but I went to a con with my friend Joe Gillis from Beyond Geek. Joe does not drink, and the after con party was at a brew pub that this guy really loved, and he insists everyone goes to. And part of going paid for our drinks, right? So the con promoter who's having us go has already paid for us to. And Joe's like, I guess you're just drinking all mine. And I look at the shop owner. Do you guys make your own root beer? Oh yeah, we do. It's like, there you go, Joe.
Yeah. Go to Lope. Haven't seen this much assembly in a while. Woohoo! Progress
Right?
and conversation. Look it. There's like actually like things appearing.
I think this layout we're going to maintain for the majority of the videos, where I'm going to let you be able to
Chit chat it.
chit chat it more, and I'll have a little bit over here as well. But yeah, I think this is working
Yeah.
because progress is happening.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's not that you couldn't do the progress because you're totally welcome to, but it's just
Yeah, no, I take over in my times and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm okay with letting you glue those pieces.
totally cool.
Yeah. Colby Herman says, "What's up, Odin? It seems like you're doing Ghostbusters. What are you exactly making? It may be cool."
I so want to give a smart aleck answer. We're working on the Proton Pack. We're working on the Proton Pack pattern as developed by my friend's YouTube channel, Lost Wax Oz. And with his blessing, we're totally making his pattern and having a good time doing it. So making ourselves a pair of Proton Packs. Actually, what the long-term goal here is that Felicia and I are both going to have a pair of Ghostbusters uniforms that we can wear to a con. And they'll be finished when they're finished. It would be awesome.
Eventually.
It'd be awesome if they were done in time for. They'll be finished when they're finished.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way they'll be done for Crocker.
No, not at all.
No.
No,
We
this
can
time
bring.
I'd be surprised if we make it to the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We started right towards the end of last year.
Yeah, we started.
It's been a couple months. We're
Yeah.
into March.
We had 6 episodes of cutting parts out. We had an episode talking to one of the guys that worked in the Proton Packs in Ghostbusters Afterlife. And now we're on episode 3 of assembling parts. Yeah.
It's gonna be a while.
It's going to be a while.
But
And
we're
this
gonna
is just
enjoy
the
it.
Proton Pack. I will be doing a PKE meter and a ghost trap as an independent video at some point this year. There are 3 videos I am committing to actually getting finished in 2022. That's this 2022, right?
Yeah, right.
It's Thursday, right? I want to make the PKE meter. I want to make, and I've got some classic parts to make the PKE meter with. I want to make a ghost trap, and I've had a viewer send in their ghost trap pattern, and it's like, great, I'll copy that 'cause that looks like it's a fine pattern. And then I want to make the oxygen destroyer. That's gonna be the next big
Yeah,
Godzilla
I've been
prop.
hearing
So I'm
about
gonna
that
make the
one.
oxygen destroyer.
So that's gotta happen.
That's gotta happen. But Shady just popped in with a super chat.
Yeah.
Shady Dragon, $1.99. Do not forget to save them foam scraps for Shady. I hadn't forgotten.
So
All
we
right.
have 5 minutes to say our goodbyes.
Okay, well, that's good because I just got these parts put together. So what? Now that we have a pair of Megazord feet.
We are done with all of step 9. So next week we can do step 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, well, we have to do the welded bead effect around the tubes, but
But that's here.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So we're getting there.
We're getting there.
So we have 2 steps left in step number 9, but
Okay.
yeah, it says glue piece 18 over the top of piece 44, the end of each pipe. The extra foamy thickness is to add some strength because the wires will be getting glued to the pipe ends eventually, and use
Oh,
your glue
right.
gun to create a weld bead effect around the ends of the pipe. So
Oh, okay,
we
okay,
can do
around
that
the edge of the
next
pipes.
week.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's caps, and then
Yeah.
so there's an inner cap like the back of the
Yeah,
the
size
box,
44. That's
and then there's the red piece that goes over it.
yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah,
those pieces are right here for next week,
sweet,
ready to go.
ready to go.
And yeah, now we gotta be ready to go because it's time to go.
Yeah, it is the time to go.
This time, yeah. Dang nabbit. There we go.
Did you finally figure out how to close a
Well, it
plastic zipper?
got unzipped, and once it was closed,
Oh.
it popped open. So I had to open it and then rezip it because cheap zippers. But
Who would buy dollar store items and expect them to work?
well, actually, this is a pack from Walmart, and I
Oh,
was
okay.
getting specifically clear binder pouches for that one when I was purchasing those ones.
Very cool.
But I did buy janky ones on purpose. Don't tell.
So for those of you who weren't here in the beginning of the stream, I now have Odin Makes Mechagodzilla stickers. You want to punch up number 2?
Number 2, cut.
Cut. So I've actually got some vinyl stickers made up. This is using the same artwork that Ace had made. Ace is one of my patrons, and he's having a great time doing some new cartoons. So I got some stickers made up. These will be on my Etsy later today. So these will be available to be sent out. And then if you're so lucky as to actually catch me at a con, you might be able to get one if you just ask real nice. But yeah, so those will be on Etsy.
Yay!
Yay!
I got my sticker.
Yeah, you get your sticker.
Yeah, it's all on my phone.
Yep.
Behind my glitter. So, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you being here and crafting along with us.
Absolutely. Definitely, I really appreciate everyone who's watching. Thank you, Shady, for the super chat. Thank you to all the patrons who support me. I said this earlier, but it's still very true. The patron support is what makes the show happen. So, in fact, I'm going to have to pay my rent here tomorrow. So, thank you.
Right.
Right. It's because it's
Life.
March again
It doesn't
already.
stop.
No.
Yeah.
Tim, if you're watching, thank you for picking up tickets so I can go see Batman. So I'll be seeing Batman at the Arden Fair Theater on Saturday night. I'm looking forward to that. So I will get to see the Batman and see if there's anything that catches my
inspires you.
fancy and inspires me. Other things coming up this week. Let's see, there's going to be a build video this week, but it'll be coming out a little later this week. It won't hit Wednesday. But on Wednesday at 3 p.m., everyone who has Minecraft access through my Patreon and Discord, we're going to be finally taking on the Ender Dragon, and that's going to be live streamed. So we're going to have the first Minecraft event live stream, and this will probably take it'll be a 3 or 4 hour stream from what I understand. This is not a simple thing to go and do. This
So-
isn't like, bing, oh, it was easy. So yeah.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Looking forward to that. If you want to jump on Minecraft and you want to be part of the slaughtered horde as we're all laid waste by the Ender Dragon, definitely go check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and look for the Minecraft access. Joe will get you whitelisted onto our private Minecraft server, and you can join in on the fun and then hang out and build stuff and make Minecraft worlds afterwards. Shady pretty much lives there. So,
Yeah.
I talked myself.
Horse.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're just live. People
We're just
are just
live.
judging you.
Oh, they're totally judging me.
Yeah, completely. You gotta take this side so you can click the buttons.
So I can do the things? Okay.
Yes. Make the people.
Make the people go away.
That's my phone, not a.
You can have your phone back. But there's that. If you want to see more of what Felicia does, check out Behind the Scenes Fashions right here on YouTube. She will be updating. It's just, it's stalled at the moment.
Eventually.
Right. It'll happen. It's one of those YouTube channels that puts out quality content when quality content can be put out. Yep. You're welcome. And
Can you breathe yet?
almost.
Almost there?
Yeah. But try to pretend like I can because I'm on camera.
I know. I'm just watching you, torturing yourself.
Oh yeah, all
Trying
my
to
eyes are
breathe.
watering. This is great. So thank you all very much for spending your Monday with us. Thank you all very much for spending your Tuesday with us. Thank you everyone in the future who's watching this as a replay and actually made it this far.
Yes. Thank you for watching it all the way to the end.
Thank you for,
making it here.
I
You
say,
win one
yeah.
achievement point.
You win. I say thank you to the patrons a lot who do a direct support. All of you who are watching are indirectly supporting as well. We're actually still kind of directly supporting, but
Yeah.
so thank you for just watching, and thank you guys. So see you on a live stream on Wednesday. See you on a live stream on Friday when we're all going to run around and play Among Us and stab each other in the back. And then a new build video will be out. And that's the rest of this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. End stream. Are you sure?
Maybe.
Yes. End.
Is it over?
It's over.